All right, y'all. Quick post-game shows late. All right, yeah. Quick post-game show. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's get it. Let me know how it's going. Good Lord. I know it's late, man. We're going to give you a few minutes here before I bounce. Anybody around? Yo. Oh. Where we at? Oh, Rico, what up? Man. Oh. All right. Told you, Murf. I'm not even playing with that shit today. My boys wants to tell Murf. What the fuck did you tell me? Oh my God, people are so annoying. Bunch of dick eaters. What did you tell me? What did you tell me? That's what I want to know from people. What did you tell me? What did you, a person I've never heard of, told me? That was dope. Yeah, it was dope. Super dope. It was super dope, man. A very, very tough game. Oh, yeah, you got to know what's coming, bro. That's what people do. I swear to God, dude, it be in the middle of the game. People be commenting on the YouTube. I'll be thinking like, damn, you must have got no friends or something, bro. It's third quarter. Why are you commenting on a YouTube channel? Watch the goddamn football game. All right, here we go. Give it like 5 or 10 minutes right here. My responses are great. He did, man. He showed out. Joe Burrow is the truth. But we already knew that, man. Joe Burrow is the absolute truth. LSU defense came to play. LSU defense did come to play for sure. I'm not going to lie, though. There was a suspect call in the game with the 50-50 thing when T. Higgins had the touchdown and on Kerry Vincent. What did you guys think about that particular play, though? To me, that was kind of backbreaking. That was a weird play. It felt like both guys were tugging it. If anything, man, it could have been kind of a no-call type situation. Clemson was a worthy chance. LSU was a team of destiny this year. I said the same thing, man. Said the same thing. Team of destiny. It just felt like something was going to happen. Bad call to me, but that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, yeah, no doubt. Not at all. I thought it should have been a no call, but, man, that's football for you. You can't harp on some shit like that. But I thought it was a timely call at the right, and I think that right there, that swing right there, if that would have held on to that particular touchdown. Best offense ever. I don't know, man. That's up to for you guys like that. I really don't care about stuff like that. It's a long history of football and a lot of different stuff. Seems like Higgins pulled first, but if you pull first, well, then the other person pulls you as well. I can see if you pull and then the other person never touched you or something like that. You know what I mean? But they both were pulling. Hey, Lamar Stevens, where you been, Playboy? Lamar Stevens made it go pink. Let's get it, baby. Shout outs to Lamar. He's all happy. And so Lamar probably drunker than a skunk, feeling all dirty. Jake says, goddamn, Lamar, he up there pocket watching and shit like that. What are you talking about? That ain't nothing. It's dope as hell, but we've had some crazy stuff before. Who did I root for? Come on, fam. Why you jump on the live stream, man? You ain't never heard of Todd Billin before? I'm confused by that. Yo, Lamar, give me some thoughts on the game, Playboy. Lawrence was about 50% completion tonight and missed a lot. Yeah, he did miss a lot. Funny thing about it was Joe Burrow missed a lot too, but the shit that he made, they made that shit count. My wife gonna bust my ass. Lamar, stop drinking in live streaming, Playboy. You gonna do some shit. You better resend that shit for your wife getting that ass. Darius Stingley was balling, disappointed about Fulton and Terrell showing, though expected more from both. That's football, man. Sometimes you have it that night, sometimes you don't. I still have mad respect for both AJ Terrell and Christian Fulton, though they're both very good players. Hey, Murph, how about that ball placement? I don't know what that means, and it's too many emojis, bro. It's like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Dudes with too many emojis, they be trying to touch your leg and shit, and they be trying to see how you react. Yo, can we talk about Terrell Jr. getting muscle relaxed? Which time? Funny all the Fromm critics going to give Trevor Lawrence a pass. Damn, why we had to bring Jake Fromm into this? I told y'all one more. I'm going to say it one more time. I don't ever want to hear the word Jake and Fromm ever to get together again. No more talking about Jake Fromm. I'm tired of that shit. Thank God he went to the NFL. We don't got to talk about it no more. Chase is a man amongst boys. He killed it for sure. But look at your boy Justin Jefferson. Even when he don't seem like he doing that much, he still gives you 100 yards like it ain't nothing. Clyde is the human muscle relaxer. He is that. How do I feel about Darian Kendrick? The same way I felt before. Did you not watch the whole preview? I think I did a whole thing on Darian Kendrick. Burrow had the best all-around year since Cam Newton. He killed it. Darian Kendrick and A.J. Terrell, damn. What about Christian Fulton? Why you just gonna pick on those guys? I had to slide that in there. Slight pause. Come on, fam. You can't do Jake Fromm like that. We don't want to talk about him no more, man. A.J. Terrell was tripping. Hey, man, this is what happens in football, man. I know you guys probably never played a snap of football, but sometimes, man, the other guy over there just bust your ass. It's just one of them days. Simmons is what the hell is that? Simmons is a fox? Whoa. Splendor. Yo, Murphy, what you think about Terrace Marshall? Why people always putting him below JJ and Jamar? Why are they putting him below them? I'm not confused about that. He had a good touchdown, but the other guys had about 75 more yards than he did at the least. He's very good though. I don't understand what you're talking about. Lawrence is way off. He had a bad game. You got to say it for sure. I think he had a bad game. You could tell he started to press when the pass rush started getting to him. He started doing what he does, baby. He was gonna he was letting that arm strength go. He was throwing hot than a mug. Where was Ping Ping? I don't know, baby. He wasn't there. They need 2 SEC teams in playoffs. Why? Did any other SEC team did better than Clemson? I'm confused by that. Moss was great today. That's what I said. What did I say? Anybody playing up the middle, they had a chance. Anybody in the slot had a chance to do good against both of these teams. Not below. They all play as a team. Next man up. Ping Ping was missing. People love jumping on top billing and doing some shit like that. I love it, though, baby. It proves that you're watching, I guess. Clemson will be back in the playoffs, but I don't know about LSU. All right, here we go with this shit. Best offense ever. System is insane. Definitely on that shit. Somebody get this person out of here with the stupid N-word shit. Stop thinking I'm fucking local, bro. There's all kinds of people, all kind of races in here, man. My shit ain't local. Your shit is local. You want the corner store with your homeboys sitting on the stoop thinking if Tupac is still alive or some shit, bro. That ain't me. Get this dude the fuck out of here. Simmons was all over the field. Whenever he was in the box, LSU took advantage. That is true. Simmons was all over the field, though. Yeah, man. How many snaps did that? It felt like he was everywhere, dude. Do you think LSU got a chance next year? Damn. We just finished with this year, bro. Can we? You know what I'm saying? Can we talk about this game? Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. We got any actual football people up in here today? Or just a bunch of Johnny-come-lately type cats? How we doing, man? Get the thumbs up, though. Let's hit the thumbs up. Let's go. Mistake was going away, power running from ETN. It was. What can you say, man? Hindsight is 20/20. They definitely should have run the ball a little bit more. Where we at? Is that it? I can go to bed? Y'all didn't tell me the second stream was the halftime stream was tripping when I looked at it. Damn. Is that it? I can go? Is it locked up? What are we doing? Hello? Don't say the stream health is bad. Yo, AJ, you there? Say something. Was it technical difficulties? I think it is. Well, it is what it is. I'll be back probably tomorrow or whatever like that. But, man, I wanted to get it out there. Great game by LSU. Man, what more can you say? Hold on, let me try to restore this. All right, there it is. Damn, y'all back. Something going on, man. Technical difficulties. All right, where we at? How would you rate the reffing? I don't care about reffing. Terrell let us down. How did he let y'all down? He's playing football. Y'all kill me with that shit. This Will O dude was talking to me. It was like 12 minutes left in the game. He up there on YouTube channel. This shit couldn't be me. 2 wiped. Damn, that's it. Hit the thumbs up button, man. Let's go. Was impressed again with Stingley. Definitely going to be a shutdown quarter. Stingley's the truth, man. Stream has a muscle relaxer. Damn. It was tripping like that, for real? Too much time for Burrow to expose us. Yeah, man, got to get them pass rushes better. I feared that could be the spot, right? It's no natural. It didn't feel like it was some type of gangsta-ass pass rusher on Clemson this year. As far as I thought Xavier Thomas would be that. Not quite. Sorry, so what, in your opinion, collapsed in the second half for Clemson? They're keeping pace in the first half. They actually came out and scored in the second half as well, right? I think, though, if you're being real about the situation, that targeting penalty by Skalski, that took the wind out of the sails for real, right? You can tell he's the, man, what do you call it, like the linchpin of the defense, right? You can tell that he hypes the guys up and everything with his play. So that Skalski thing was tough, man, but next man up. Man, ask me about Brian Brzee, bro. I never seen this dude take a snap. I have no clue if somebody that taking a snap would make someone better. If this was 2018 or whatever like that, wouldn't we have said the same shit about KJ Henry? Has he made Clemson better? You just don't know until somebody takes a snap, bro. Joe was on a mission. LSU was just too good. Love your content. Keep it up. Appreciate you, Supreme. He was the heart and soul of the Clemson linebackers. Yeah, that was bad, man. You got to get your head on the outside, man. That's what did I tell you guys? There was a couple of things that they said in the telecast that resonated with me. Obviously, I told you guys about leading with the crown of your helmet. What did they say? It does not matter where you hit someone at with the crown of the helmet. It is forcible contact, right? You can hit them in the ankle bone, and it is a forcible contact. You're gone, right? And you heard what Kirk Herbstreit said. I know my eyes. I'm gonna get that shit from the telecast and put it on there. He said that Isminger called all the plays. If they put that shit on Isminger on a first down, y'all say he called money downs. It was on a first down. He was clearly reading a play and saying that shit. Did anybody else not see that shit? LSU fans are terrible. They won, though, so ain't none you can say. Hey, man, it is what it is. You know that they've been terrible all year. They're going to do what they do, man, but they had a great team. And the team was on a mission this year. It was a team of destiny. And from pillar to post, man, they bust everybody's ass. Is Lawrence still the number 1 pick next year? No, they're going to be like, you know what? He's not good. Come on, fam. It's one game. What are we talking about? People are too, damn, what do you call that shit? Too sometimey, wishy-washy type shit. Come on, fam. We've seen Tom Brady not have a good game before. All of a sudden, it's like, is Tom Brady not the greatest of all time anymore? At least they let the band play neck. Murf, can you see LSU going on a run like Alabama, or was it just one magical year? Going on a run like Alabama? I don't know. It's going to be tough, man, because I don't think Alabama itself is really going anywhere. All right? So I'm not sure of that, but it's going to definitely be in the hunt for sure. But LSU, to me, was always been in the hunt. LSU has always been just a little bit away. That's what I said before. It's always been a freak factory. He's always had the most NFL players on the roster. It just felt like it was just this. It needed something to happen. And what happened was that scheme change happened. Let all those guys, all those freaks on the team really take flight. And there you have it. Steven says, Lawrence, the truth, just a bad game. That's what it is. People, you know what I'm saying? People are literally prisoners of the moment. Murphy, the announcers also mentioned that the worst thing they can do is allow the LSU receivers to get free release like you've been saying. Man, you didn't need me to say that shit. All you had to do was watch football this year. And that's what they did. They went literally back, and in the second half, it looked like Brent Venables was back at Oklahoma calling defense. It didn't make any sense to me. It was way too much space, and every time they gave space, all they did was hit them with a quick slant or something like that. And if they didn't have a safety help over the top, what did they do? They went vert on them. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe they did not have enough bodies or something like that, but you know what I'm saying? All these damn guys that they've recruited, I could name all kinds of defensive backs that were popping. Stingley's out there as a true freshman. You mean to tell me all them dudes you don't recruited, you couldn't develop Sheridan Jones, none of these dudes or something like that couldn't come out there and play? I don't know. Do you think Myles Brennan can take over LSU next year and be successful? Man, I don't know. We've never seen Myles Brennan in extended action like that, whatever like that. So I think he's got a ton of talent. If Joe Burrow can do it from what we saw from Joe Burrow in 2018, then I don't see why Myles Brennan couldn't be able to do the same. I guarantee you, Myles Brennan was a more touted, highly touted recruit than Joe Burrow was coming out of high school. Myles Brennan had a ton of talent. But sometimes you get the right fit and the right pieces and just the right thing comes together, and that shit was perfect for Joe Burrow. Peter Parrish is the guy. Oh, man, I know I missed a super chat, didn't I? Hats off to LSU. Clemson will be back, says proud Navy dad SWO. Oh, man, Clemson's not going anywhere. AJ Terrell was looking like the Wonder Bread out there. What's up with that, man? Why you doing AJ like that? Do you think LSU defense will be more consistent next year? I don't know. I think you guys go by robots or some shit like that. There are actual players that play on this defense. Suppose they lose. We know they're going to lose Rashard Lawrence and Braden Fajoko, right? But suppose they lose Jacob Phillips, Grant Delpit, Christian Fulton, Kaylavon Chason. They will lose Michael Divinity. He's a senior. There's a lot of pieces just to be able to willy-nilly say that something would be better than what it is. I need to see who stays and who goes first and foremost. Oop, got hidden. That's what you get, man. Come on here and talk actual football, bro. Trevor Lawrence is a titan on the field. You're little. This dude right here. That's when you know that somebody's just a kid or something like that, bro. Come on, fam. He's like, they're gonna be doing this for the next few years. Everybody on name who's popping on that team, it could possibly leave, right? Including Joe Burrow, right? So Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, all kinds of come on, fam. You can't just say that. All right, let's go. AJ Terrell needs to return next year. I thought he should return next year anyway, so. Lawrence had a lot of missed throws tonight, not in rhythm tonight. Yeah, it was a bad night. It was a bad night. But even on some of them, right, when he missed throws, or even some when he made, I felt like his receivers sometimes let him down with that. Chasen is a sophomore. Yeah, I know. Chasen, he's not a sophomore, dog. He's his third year. You know what? You don't know about your own team? He's a red shirt. So Chasen's not a damn sophomore. What are we talking about? No, he's a junior. I know it's his third year on. He can leave right now. I don't even know why I'm even discussing this. Clemson's receivers underperformed. I think they did, but what did I say coming into the thing? I think that something was wrong with Justin Ross this year. Even in the games I was watching, going back and watching some of the games in the middle of the year and stuff like that, he just didn't look right to me. Like he didn't have that same explosion like he had last year. Fulton made up for his slow start. Man, did he though? Something happened to T. Higgins again, right? It felt like what I say, a team of destiny, something that seems to always happen. To me, T. Higgins was cooking, then boom, he goes down with an injury, and he really wasn't the same anymore at all. Why didn't Clemson adjust? They let Terrell get cooked all game. He didn't really get cooked in the second half, though. I think they started cooking Darian Kendrick instead. Clemson's linebacker ejection changed everything. That was terrible, man. That was terrible, not from this fact. It was the right call or whatever like that. But, man, it was so deflating because Skalski was actually playing very good, right? When people singled him out to be somebody who they thought wasn't going to do well, he actually played very good the time that he was in there. Clemson commits single high suicide, don't they? Don't they always playing that single high safety? Should have somebody batting in the split safety coverage. Terrell got fried, but Chase is a different breed. He did, man. Man, you take a helmet to the tee bag, you're going to go down as well. I don't know if that happened. I actually think he took it more to the thigh. LSU knew they had to stop ETN first. What do you mean? I thought ETN was actually getting it cooking. Then it's like they went away from it. I'm mad we got robbed of Okuda versus Chase, but I'm good. How do you get robbed of some shit, bro? Like, what does that even mean, Darnell? How do you get robbed of some shit, bro? You play football, you either win or you don't. They got it done, Murf. The legend of Joe Burrow. Jugular Joe, man. What can you say? Darnell said ETN ball. AJ says, I think Clemson needs to get better cover safeties going forward. They actually need to just get a better scheme for some shit like that, right? It's not the cover safeties. Stop playing so many damn safeties. That's what did I say in the thing where it said this could get LSU cooked or whatever it was like that. It was the playing of too many damn safeties. Get some cornerbacks out there that can actually cover. Stingley will be wearing number 7 next year. That's going to be hard. ETN was tearing up LSU. Why did they get off that? Sometimes the other team makes you get out that. So we're going to have to go back and look at the film and really see what changed in the second half on that. But like I said before, what did I say at the halftime? I was like, man, all they got to do is come out, make a stop, and then score. They came out, made a stop, and scored. And then it's like it just all went downhill. Was that when Skalski went out? Safety dependent, you called it, Murf. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with that, man. Way too many safeties, bro. Especially when you recruited all those damn cornerbacks like that. They've recruited some guys that on the trail that a lot of people wanted. Goodrich, Andrew Booth, Sheridan Jones, all these guys. Everybody wanted these guys. Front pass rush wasn't there either. They don't have nothing to really speak of right there in that department. If Xavier Thomas wasn't cooking and Justin Foster actually at the beginning of the game, to me, he came out and was playing pretty well. Then he kind of disappeared. But other than that, man, they needed Xavier Thomas to be who they thought he was coming out when he was the second ranked player in the entire country. LSU made Clemson earn everything offensively, and Clemson let LSU explode on them. That is true. Chase could have had 5 TDs. Yeah, he did. He missed that one. LSU retires number 9. Damn, all in one season. Can you imagine all the shit that some of these guys put in there? All this shit that I seen some of these dope-ass people, even guys back that people weren't even probably think of back in the day, like Michael Clayton and shit like that. Those guys didn't even have their numbers retired. And they put in blood, sweat, and tears for years and years at LSU. Who wanted to drink my tears? Go Tigers. I forget who that was, but that was kind of weird. That was kind of weird. No TDs from Lawrence. Nope, none. Except one that was called back. That was a damn touchdown, man. I don't understand how they call that shit pass interference on one player when they both were tugging each other. Murf called it first about Jugular Joe back at the start of the season. The start of the season? Where you been, fam? Go back and look at my content from Jugular Joe Burrow on February, March. Chase and Jefferson changed spotlights every other game. That's what did I tell you about? It's about matchups. That's why it's hard to say just one is just better than the other, because LSU plays that NFL-style matchup stuff where they will exploit a matchup. Clemson was trying to do that, too, at the beginning of the game. They were picking on Christian Fulton. They found something that they really liked. That shit had me heated. He knew he couldn't go up on Higgins, so he flopped. It wasn't even that he flopped, man. I just don't see what I don't see what they saw in that one, man. They both were tugging each other's jersey. That was a touchdown. That should have been a no call. What's up, Kenan? Thanks for wiping your feet. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button, y'all. Thank you. Isaiah Simmons is a different breed. He's going to be a problem. Hey, he's going to have to be a problem in the NFL, though. He's definitely gone. Brett Hall, have a round from a Louisiana native. Go Tigers. Respect to Clemson. Was a great game. It was a great game. It's some dudes. It's always them dudes that be hitting up top billing during the game and shit when you should be watching the game, not thinking about a damn YouTube channel. We're saying, oh, this game wasn't even really close. I'm like, dude, what were you watching? That shit was hella close. You can tell some of these calls this way and that way when the shit was just like, damn, it just went left. Why did Clemson not score in the second half? Which game were you watching? They literally scored they stopped LSU and then scored to open the half. What do you mean? Why didn't they score? They scored in the second half. They did not have 25 points at halftime. It still amazes me when Hilaire runs in the middle to the group and comes out the other side dragging people. Why? The dude is freaking thick as I don't know what. Pause. Where we at? Main point of the game, LSU wide receivers killed those Clemson DBs. I think they should have switched to zone blitz schemes instead of man blitz with those crazy good wide receivers. What is zone blitz going to do to a team that literally has a whole bunch of built-in hot reads, right? You blitz, they're going to throw it right there. You blitz, they'll convert that shit to a slant. Is that You got to play man-to-man defense. You just needed help over the top. You couldn't get beat with 60 and 70-yard bombs, and you knew that going into the game, but you played with a single high safety. You can play man defense and have your cornerback get beat if you have help over the top because he has assistance, right? These dudes just be saying shit, man. You don't zone blitz them. That shit is super easy for Joe Burrow to kill that shit. I called it, Murf. What did I call? And remember to subscribe. He's too busy answering our dumbass questions. What? Man, that was such an amazing game to watch. A little nervous at times, but man, Thaddeus Myles coming with the unsung clutch. I told y'all Thaddeus Myles could heat up, right? Clemson struggles defending people who are targets in the middle of a formation. Trevor with the overthrows, though, yeah, he was amped up, man. He was showing out that arm strength. Joe called it himself, too. He said they could score 40, 50, 60. Cam or Winston never said anything preseason and backed it up like Joe just did. Yeah, but Cam and Winston still won a national title, so what does that mean? Queen played like a king tonight, Murf. Patrick Queen was killing it. Jacob Phillips was a little quiet, but Queen's got some serious wheels. I think Terrell should have played off a little bit off of Chase. And what was that going to do? Have you not been watching? How many times we got to go through this? He did play off him plenty of times, and what did they do? They just threw a quick slant, and then you got to try to tackle the dude. Fulton was low key getting bopped. I don't know what that means. I'm in my early 30s. I don't know what that means. What do you think Clemson's defensive game plan? Well, we already went through this, man. I think we're starting to hit that point in time to where it's starting to get a tad bit annoying. Chasen was heating up Lawrence. He was. Here's my question. Clemson loses 4 starters on the O-line this season. How good do you think Clemson will be on the O-line in 2020? How have they been recruiting as far as the O-line? They've been recruiting pretty well on the offensive line, but when you start playing with young offensive linemen, that's when shit could change up on you, though, right? So then that's when it'll be up to your veteran receiving targets and stuff like that to really start to step up. So one hand washes the other, both wash the face. All right, where we at? This dude said, you good at breaking down plays, but don't ever doubt us, LSU. And I doubted LSU. How? Are you making up shit in your mind? What are we talking about here? I think some people just want to have something to say, right? They just want to be heard in life. You think about LSU's defensive game plan? Man, it's really hard to say, right? You have to say it's a very good defensive game plan. It got Trevor Lawrence rattled, right? He was seeing ghosts, and he was flying that bad boy everywhere. But then you had some parts of me to say that ETN was cooking LSU. T. Higgins was cooking LSU. ETN, they went away from that, and T. Higgins got hurt. LSU stuck the pass. How many times have changed? It was like Sean Payton game plan, we might run it. Yeah, you might have to redo that sentence right there. Lawrence was definitely seeing ghosts. He was. Terrell play off, he get killed, slants and go routes. Terrell go run track and get in the weight room. Damn, that's hard. I ain't gonna lie though. Your boy Coach K, his son trains with AJ Terrell, right? They both have the same cornerback trainer who's a very popular guy here in Georgia. And he was telling me straight up, he's like, AJ Terrell is not as fast as you think he is. And I was like, dude, he won the thing at Rivals when I worked there. It was, I forget what it was called, but it was like the fastest dude thing or whatever like that. So always in my mind, I'm like, man, AJ Terrell's fast as shit. He's like, bro, he's not that fast. I'm telling you. I was like, he's fast. And I don't know, you could see the clear separation in steps from him and Jamar Chase. He definitely wasn't as fast as Jamar Chase, I'll put it that way. I'm surprised that they let Stingley shut down a whole side of the field, wouldn't even try him. Well, they're a right-handed throwing team, though. They've already been that way. What they should have done if they really wanted to get it popping was to put Stingley on the other side, because that's where Clemson's going to throw the ball the majority of the time, because they've always been a right-handed throwing team. Dude, I love this inside Coach K intel. Never stop with it. Coach K will tell you that himself. Terrell need to work on his tackling. Too many missed tackles, open field tackles. The funny thing about it is that's like the best part of his game is the tackling part. The thing about what he's doing differently to me is he like not wrapping up anymore, right? He's just trying to hit people with his shoulder and shit like that. So I don't know. It's weird. Left my ass man-to-man with those flat-footed cornerbacks at Clemson. That was an offensive explosion waiting to happen. Or they could just play someone over the top. Chase reminds me of a Percy Harvin type player. He reminds me of that too, right? Definitely one of those guys. Not necessarily a Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin wasn't known for getting downfield and being able to catch the long ball. But Chase is one of those guys that you can throw him the ball and he will break tackles just like a Percy Harvin, right? I mean, throwing him a hitch or a slant or something like that. Those tackles work on the ACC, not the SEC. Oh, my God. I'm pretty sure that I saw A.J. Terrell play against Alabama last season, and they won the national championship. Like, come on, fam. That Jefferson juke, though, shit, which one? That dude is the truth. That 3rd and 11 when LSU was the biggest play of the game. 3rd and 11 when LSU was the big. I don't remember that. I think one of the bigger plays was that damn, 3rd and 19 where Darian Kendrick panicked like a mug. Clemson's cover zero blitzes were ineffective. That's because they don't have enough. They don't have enough freaking cover men out there. I don't understand it. Real shifty is Harvin, physical like Dez. Definitely like a Dez Bryant is another one of those guys. Yeah, Dez Bryant is a very, very close one too, right? Because Dez could go downfield with the long stuff. You could throw him the short shit, he would break. Excuse me. I like the Dez Bryant comparison too. On the sideline, JJ made the dude fall over himself. That was hard. That was your boy, Tight Hits Muse. The screen on 3rd and 11. Oh, yeah, that shit was hard. That screen was so timely, man. So timely. Because, of course, what does Clemson do? They bring like 5 or 6. They brought 5 or 6 people. And you can see it was Tyler Davis that was right up in his face. He was like, oh, shit, they got us. Great call on 3rd and 11. Yep, that 3rd and 11 and then that 3rd and 19 that I was talking about. Come on, Darian Kendrick, what were you doing? They had him. So that's what I'm saying. Just little stuff like that in the game where, to me, if you come out of this shit right here like this NBK Academy dude or whatever like that, and you still on that bullshit, there's no way you can't tell me that Clemson wasn't up for the challenge in this, right? Some shit shake left here, right there, or whatever like that. What was the score? 42-25 or whatever like that. That's just a couple of possessions, bro. Suppose they would have been able to get that touchdown that they scored with T. Higgins, right, that got called offensive pass interference. Then what? Skalski, man, I don't know. Skalski's going to be killing himself for that shit, bro. Isaiah Simmons, a safety or linebacker in the NFL. Depends on the scheme, right? More than likely, though, I would think of him more as a 6'4", you 230 pounds, you're going to be a linebacker. Dude calling long developing plays with passes behind the line of scrimmage had me ready to break the TV. That was such a dumb call on the Higgins touchdown. Yeah, man, it was tough, man. If they're both doing some shit, you got to call it a no call, man. Clemson would be better than LSU. Clemson would be better next year with LSU. No. Maybe LSU is not better, but LSU could probably still be good enough to beat everybody. Joe Brady gone. I thought he signed an extension though. That's what I saw. I saw the thing where it said that he signed a 3-year extension. All these people looking the next year because they got beat. Yeah, I hate that shit too. Can we just concentrate on this particular game? You up there talking about some shit. Who's to say that Clemson will be better next year too? Clemson's losing a whole bunch of players. All those guys that we like in the secondary or whatever like that, they were all seniors. Joe Brady is there for 3 more years. He at least signed a 3-year extension. I doubt he'll be there for 3 years, but I could see him definitely being there next year. He signed an extension, but can still be picked up by an NFL team if he chooses. Damn, the NFL team. Who was that offered him the Carolina Panthers? Damn, he wouldn't want to coordinate the Carolina Panthers offense. Yeah, he did give Tanner Muse a muscle relaxer. That shit was hard. What do you think about a targeting call? The fuck you mean what I think about the targeting call? It was a targeting call. He led with the crown of his helmet. You guys got to understand football rules, man. There's nothing to think about. If you lead with the crown of your helmet, it does not matter where it's at. You are gone. You cannot lead with the crown of your helmet. Get your head on the outside and tackle correctly. This shit is not fucking rocket science. You cannot lead with the crown of your helmet. I don't think they even call it targeting. Isn't it called like forcible contact when you lead with the crown of your helmet? I think targeting is when you hit them in the head, but forcible contact when you lead with the crown of your helmet. You can't do that. Do I like the PI call on the interception? Yeah, that was definitely a pass interference. You can't hold on a transition. This dude said, I clearly said that Clemson would win. Anybody, all right, for this dude right here, he just got his dumb ass, right? All right, no, don't, listen, bro. Don't, this is what we're going to do. Hey, dumb fuck, Ethan Davis. Where does it say that I clearly said Clemson would win? Everybody stop the whole shit. Nobody say nothing else. Your dumb ass, answer the question. Where did it say that I said Clemson would win? And what did I tell you guys about this shit? This is what people want to do. That's what they want to do, right? They don't got shit else to do in life, right? No chicks, no money, no type of accolades in life or whatever. That's what they want to do. This is what they want to do. Somebody tell me where I said this at. I'm waiting. He said, I remember you saying Clemson would win too. Where is it at? Gene said, stop the F-bombs. Okay, I'll stop it. Fuck no. This is my shit. You don't like what I'm saying? Get the fuck out. I definitely said that. Exactly. There you go. You didn't even pick a winner. Thank you. Thank you. So where did I definitely say this at? Where did I definitely say this at? Anybody here a member though? Right? So anybody here a member and got my message right before the game started? What did I say in that message actually, right? I did it for members only. But as far as just you people on the channel, when did I say that Clemson would win? Where did I say this? Exactly. Nobody's heard this shit because it does. I did not say this. What are you talking about? If I said it, then I would say I said it. It's a fucking, I don't control football. It is what it is. But what I don't like is don't put words in my mouth just to have some type of shit to talk to me about. I ain't say that shit. He clearly said it was 50-50. I literally just said this shit right before the thing started, right? Murf said he would not pick a winner for idiots like you say shit. Exactly. What did I say? Then you got some people saying that he definitely, where you got, all you got about me, right, is audio. So where did I say this at? He said a Tiger would win. Exactly. I said I'm picking the Tigers. This dude said I'm mad Clemson lost. See, that's what I'm saying. These dudes, look, what did the Whitey Panda say? 38-34 on the exclusive pick. 38-34 who? Whitey Panda says what? 38-34 LSU. Exactly. On the fucking content, right? I wasn't gonna make one publicly. I did not make a pick. I made it for the people who are members of the channel. And what did it say? Whitey Panda just told you, dumbass. I said 38-34 LSU. Now this dude said you were such a liar. You said this shit. Where did I say it? Where did I say it? This dude just fucking, yeah, they're not probably trolling. They are trolling. They know I didn't say this shit. I literally have a fucking thing where I came out and said that I don't have a pick for this game. It's a 50-50 fight. I don't have a pick, and I'm not going to make a pick just because I know that people aren't looking for me to actually give them analysis of the game. You got dumb fucks like this dude. He's just looking to have some type of goofy-ass confrontation in his mind because he can't get a chick, bro. He got to get attention from dudes. Like, I'm not the one, fam. What are your personal thoughts on mandatory ejections? If it's the game, it is what it is. All right, so somebody get this dude out of here. That's what he's doing. For a second there, I thought he was real, but no, he just wants to. So get him out the game, AJ, if you're watching. All right. I was pulling for Clemson, but glad LSU because they played a killer schedule. They killed it. Murf doesn't not choose sides, bro. He doesn't pick winners. I've picked plenty of winners, right? But this wasn't the game one. I literally told you. I was like, I don't know. But then before the game started, for the people who are members of the channel, I did make a pick. And I said LSU would win 38-34. You want me to bring it up and put it on here? Of course you can't because your broke ass is not a member of the channel. So it is what it is, right? Do you think Ohio State could have been more competitive? Do I think a team that lost to the team? Fuck God, this doesn't even make sense. Would you revamp Clemson's offense? Damn, off of one loss? They're 29-1 in the last 30 games. What are we talking about? Ohio would have beat LSU. You can't even say their real name. The Ohio Bobcats don't play. So anybody to me that says the word just Ohio, I sometimes wonder, like, damn, did these dudes wear, like, little small ass thongs in their off time or something like that. What are you talking about? They're Ohio State. Great Dane LSU defense finally got healthy. Yeah, it is starting to get annoying in the comment section, right? These guys don't even really know. They're literally trolling. I don't really want to talk about the all-time shit, bro. I don't get off on that. Ohio is trash. Ohio State was elite. Thank you. Please call them what their real name is. We're going to just start calling LSU Louisiana Monroe or some shit. Call them what their real name is. Ohio State. I ain't talking about no FSU, bro. We just had the national title game. Myles Brennan, I think, should be LSU's next quarterback. He's been there forever. You said stop arguing with these clowns? Why don't my moms just get these clowns the fuck out of here? Trevor handles his first loss okay. Man, he'll be fine, bro. It's one loss. You thought people that watch me had some type of common sense. Have you not seen my comment section, bro? I literally attract a ton of real football heads, but I attract a lot of things like the baby dude and shit like that, right? Nothing to do. It's probably his 15th different name on here. It's just LSU season. I think Clemson, LSU, Ohio State, and Alabama will be there again next year. Clemson, LSU, Ohio State, and Alabama. I don't know, man. You got to see who comes back for LSU. I think that's going to be very pivotal. See, that's the thing about them. We don't know. And the same thing for Clemson. Clemson could lose some players that you were not expecting them to lose too. That could be really set them back as well. Who's the breakout transfer QB in 2020? I don't know, bro. We'll see. There's maybe Chase Bryce or somebody like that. He hasn't. So some of these guys haven't even said that they're leaving yet. All right, there's been some person said that Peter Parrish is the next guy. Somebody said TJ Finley is the next guy. And some people said Myles Brennan is the next guy. You can tell that they don't know who the next guy is. Moss is not a senior, but he is definitely a red shirt, maybe like a red shirt junior or something like that. So he's eligible to leave as well. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people that could leave for LSU. So I would like to know the makeup of the roster before I just jump off the ledge and say that how good they're going to be. TJ Finley will not start as a true freshman. De'Aaron King, I think is his name. Yeah, it's like suppose LSU goes out and targets a transfer. You just don't know. I think we got to let it play out a little bit first. AJ Terrell going to have to come back out the strength of getting raped. That's hard. Surprised see you didn't run ETN more. Yeah, they went away from that. That was weird. Now B. Wyman likes Max Johnson. So that's the fourth different quarterback that they've named. Just got here, LSU fan. I give Clemson respect for being a very good team. That's hard. Clemson was sort of rebuilding. I don't know about that. I was surprised LSU didn't run Clyde more, to be honest. Man, did they need to? My team lost, but I found Murf. That's hard. Top billing to ya. AJ Terrell might need to switch to safety at the next level. Hey, and people were getting on me when I said that he needed to switch to safety coming into college. So I think he would be hard as a safety. But come on, he got cooked by a guy who cooked everybody and cooked Trayvon Diggs, cooked everybody. So I wouldn't go just off of that, man. The Hogs are rebuilding. Clemson is retooling. We got some questions in here today. Please talk to me about nothing but LSU and Clemson. I don't want to talk about some recruit. I don't want to talk about some other. I want to talk about LSU and Clemson. Clemson's QB was playing terrible, overthrowing, underthrowing. He cracked. Yeah, man, he definitely had some rough times there. He had some good shit too, though. I feel LSU was the better team. So did the scoreboard. Jamar should have had one more TD, bro. Homie dropped it. I think so should T. Higgins. 450 and only 150 likes. Damn, come on, fam. Get the thumbs up going. Let's go, baby. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Your boy's still here rocking. Got goofball saying I said shit that I didn't say. Chase has cooked everyone. It's not Terrell isn't terrible. Trevor definitely faded down the stretch. He did, man. He started pressing, man. When T. Higgins didn't look the same anymore, he came back. Number 8 for Clemson, I thought he was better than that. Like I said before the game, man, something was going on with this kid all year. He looked injured. Somebody get this Jamie dude up out of here. Don't ask Murf about officiating. I don't talk about officiating. How common is that 3-1-7 defense? Not common at all. You wouldn't traditionally do that, right? Because if somebody's running that shit, I'll just jump in base personnel and just run it down your throat. Pause. If somebody keeps talking about the same shit, usually my mods get them out of here, so they must be struggling because it's late. If somebody keeps asking the same shit. What did you think of them targeting Fulton instead of Stingley? I'm very confused about this. They had a ton of success targeting Fulton, so that's what they thought. What's my take on Stingley tonight? I think he did pretty good, but he didn't really get targeted to really say either. So, but the times that he did get targeted, he did pretty good. Should have went for it on 4th and short more often. Hindsight is 20/20. In the moment though, I don't know. I think I'm too irritated to do that random voice, bro. What do you think Trevor was so off considering how awesome he was all season? He had a bad game, man. That's what happens. It's football. He was out there, man. Think about it. They were running some really good fabricated pressure schemes on him, right? And he was getting spooked. And his receivers, they clearly was something up with them. Justin Ross looked hurt. We knew Amari Rodgers was already hurt this year, right, with a torn ACL, damn near right before the season started. And then T. Higgins, like, you know what I'm saying? It was like a perfect storm of shit, right? They should have really been trying to get ETN into the game. Murf, how would you attack LSU offense if you were DC? I mean, besides the 10 videos that I've done on the subject, my man. Joe Burrow throws the tightest quick slant I've ever seen. I don't know about I've ever seen. I happen to watch this one guy. His name is Tom Brady, and then this other guy. His name is Drew Brees, and you know what I'm saying. Like, I think we're tripping here. I hate people saying Clemson is bad when they are the second best in the nation. It is what it is, man. That's what people are going to do. Murf will play press man against LSU. Said that all season. Press man, split safety looks, spy. That's what I do. I would have kept running ETN down their throat. Yeah, I don't know why they got from that. Decrease space. Said it 55 times. All you guys got to do is repeat what I said. Clemson had a couple of chunk plays with the tight end, and then Trevor stopped looking his way. I'm not sure if they stopped looking his way or they even stopped, like, playing him. What do you think John Emery will do? I think he'll be pretty dope. Him and Tyrion Davis-Price. Don't forget, this was basically a home game for LSU. We knew that coming into the game. That's an excuse. Have you ever seen a better performance by a QB in a title game? I have to go back and think about that, bro. But offhand, I'm going to say no. Especially considering the competition. Chris Curry not going away either. Nah, I don't think he's going away at all. Vince Young had a very good title game. Deshaun Watson had a very good title game. All right, Polo. Appreciate it, bro. What do you think about the missed call on the LSU run back touching out of bounds? Yeah, that was a tough one. He definitely was out of bounds, but hey, it's in the they've missed shit on both sides. I would be more I don't know, something about the judgment call shit, right? With the 50-50 with the T. Higgins touchdown. SEC championship was a home game for Georgia. You still had to show up and play. That is true. Do you see Joe Brady at LSU next season? I don't know Joe Brady to say that. I would love to sit here and pretend like I know Joe Brady, but I don't know him to know what he's going to do with his own career. King Rosser said that's a touchdown. Coach Scott has already gone to Florida. Will you guys please say these teams' real name? You sound like my mom or my wife. You mean Florida Atlantic or Florida International, wherever he's going. He's definitely not going to Florida, the Gators. LSU brought an NFL system and blasted Clemson at the highest level. I don't know about all that, bro. It was a very good game. One shake, one here, right there. If they would have got that T. Higgins touchdown, think about where that goes or whatever like that, right? Or if they would have called like the out-of-bounds play like the guy just said when Clyde Edwards-Helaire put his hands out of bounds, or if Darian Kendrick doesn't pass interfere on a 3rd and 19. It was a close game, man. It's just little spots like that, right, in these high-level matchups that really can cost you the game. CH is a junior. He should go to the NFL, though. I'm very confused by this. Why are you saying he's a junior? He should go to the NFL, though. That means that he's eligible to go. Why David Randall look like Robbie Lawler? He do look like Robbie Lawler. Stingley didn't get prison raped. What does that have to do with when he got prison raped before? I love when people do that shit. The fuck does that got to do with when he did? He did. This is not then. This is a different day. So what are we talking about here? Trevor got lit up a couple of times. He was looking for chasing instead of the coverage. Yeah, man, you get hit like that, boy, you start seeing ghosts for real. Should Clemson move away from Elliott? His play calling has been suspect. You know what? I'll say yes. That's my answer for everything now is I'm just going to say yes. Yes, move away from Elliott. But let the other guy go and get a head coaching job. But everything's the blame on Elliott. Who do you prefer, Burrow or Baker? Very confused by that. How do you think Jefferson will do? I'm very confused by that question. How do you think Jefferson will do as a slide in the NFL? Would love to have him on the Saints. I think he should play on the outside in the pros. Was that targeting on Chason? Yes. That was or forcible contact, whatever. He definitely led with the crown of his helmet, but I think they got up and snapped the ball. I don't know what happened. They was moving quickly or something like that. Who does Justin Jefferson remind me of? I have to think about that one, man. I think it may be too late for me to be really letting the brain work. As good of a game as it was, special team was pretty awful. A lot of short punts, and there were penalties on both sides. Yeah. You see Leonard Fournette. What the fuck? I'm very confused. What do you think about how Patrick Queen played? He played very good. Very good, man. He was everywhere. Very fast, man. What makes Joe Burrow so hard to pick off ball placement or just better receivers? It's got to be a combination of the both, my man. We've already established the Macaulay Culkin thing probably 2 years ago. Jefferson isn't a small slot receiver, so he can play on the outside. He's easily 6'2", right? What was Clemson's biggest flaw tonight? I would say scheme. Definitely scheme. All right, JB. Take it easy. LSU's D evolved went from looking bad versus Vandy and Ole Miss to this. It definitely did pretty good, but let's be real here. There were some spots for Clemson to where Clemson could have taken advantage of a lot of stuff as well. So it is what it is. Biggest flaw was talent on defense and Trevor Lawrence. I don't know about that, man. I think you may be going a little bit too far. There was no time in this game where I said what, right? LSU was going to score points. We already know that, right? I don't give a damn who you are. Even a team like Georgia that I think is absolutely loaded. We knew LSU was going to score points. It's going to be, can your offense score enough points and get enough stops? So you can say it, if talent on defense, to me, Clemson got a ton of stops. They got a ton of stops, right? They bit themselves in the foot a lot, maybe got schemed on, like on the 3rd and 11, the screen pass, or the 3rd and 19. The pass interference and stuff like that. But you got to give Clemson's defense some credit. It did get stops. It made some stops. Amari Rodgers scored. He scored? I don't remember that. I know he had that 2-point conversion. I think Clemson should have been more aggressive. On which side of the ball we talking about? Got to be tough for Lawrence. First loss since high school. Hey, man, it happens, man. He'll be back next year stronger than ever. The Clemson guy deserved to be thrown because of that neck guard. What? Trevor needed to lose at some point to make him stronger in the future? Definitely. It's like Anthony Joshua losing. Trevor is 20, Burrow is 23. Trevor still needs time to mature. Trevor's 20 years old? I thought he was 19. LSU put so much pressure on teams to score. That is true. They do. And it looked like Clemson was up for the task. Was Terrell the best matchup against Jamar Chase? They tried Darian Kendrick in the second half. I don't know why you guys still thought A.J. Terrell was on him. They put Darian Kendrick on him a lot too, and Darian Kendrick was getting his ass sliced out too. He would have had a dope ass and he missed the over-the-shoulder catch on Darian Kendrick, but he was clearly beat. Todd Billin, is it crazy to say Clemson wide receivers got exposed these last two games against NFL corners? No, it's close. They were. What are you talking about? T. Higgins was killing people in the first half. What game did this dude watch? T. Higgins was killing people in the first half. Did we not watch the same game or something like that? Am I tripping? Was T. Higgins not cooking in the first half? You remember I said Kendrick was the one to attack? Yeah, I said it straight up. He was the one with the least skin in the game, right? But Terrell, they was busting his ass. All right, AJ, appreciate it. Damn, you gotta get up in 4 hours. Damn, bro. I said he was cooking. He was cooking. I saw T. Higgins cooking in the first half. Bro, you know Homer's gonna say dumb shit. I do know this, but I fall for it every time, man. Fulton got burned a few times. They avoided Stingley. T. Higgins was eating. That's what I'm saying. They got exposed, but he was eating. And then dude got hurt. You did not see him run. Were you on the internet or something like that? Did you not see him go back to the locker room? And I said before the game, Justin Rice doesn't look right to me. He didn't look right to me all season. Crying about the refs. Not up on top billing. Are you going to make an analysis video of the game? Come on, fam. Like, I don't want to be mean and curt and rude and everything like that, but I think you know that I cover these teams. Of course I'm going to make a video, bro. He had food poisoning from shellfish. Who's that? T-Law had 13 overthrown balls. Hey, man. It is what it is. Fulton definitely a first-round pick. He has first-round pick talent for sure. Higgins was playing well. Ross was playing injured, shoulder, and Lawrence was off. But according to this dude, they were exposed. We've already done the ping thing, bro. T-Law got them jitters. He did. T. Higgins averaging 17.3 yards per catch. Not bad at all. According to this guy, though, he was exposed. It's 47 Clemson's best defender. No, he's not his best defender. But he's like the internal glue of the team, if you get what I'm saying. Obviously, the best defender to me is Isaiah Simmons. But he's just one of those guys like on the team that everybody's going to look towards and rally around. And you can tell that dude was out there. He was hunting them up. He was playing very good. Him going out with that forcible contact, that shit changed a lot to me. Back to being little old Clemson, Murf. Yep, they done. We just little old Clemson. The defensive captain. Is Skalski the defensive captain? Clemson needs better corners. I know it's easy to say that they need better corners or whatever like that, but let's be real here. These guys have done that to guys who we think are better corners or whatever like that too. It's just a tough road to hoe. It is. AJ Terrell lost money tonight, or am I tripping? I'm pretty sure you know that they're going to be questioning him, but we don't know if he was going to come out of school or not anyway. So, what do you mean? How do I feel about the targeting? If it's targeting, then they gotta go. Like those are the rules. Like I'm saying, I'm a real ninja. I already know stuff. You know what I mean? I know if I was back in the day, if I was breaking the rules and I got caught, you know what I mean, or I was breaking the law, I got caught, I had to go. You know what I'm saying? Those are the rules. There's nothing to really think about. You cannot lead with the crown of your helmet. You can't. They did that to corners like Stokes. Them wide receivers elite. They do that to everyone. Yeah, they definitely did it to some of the better people out there. Auburn corners, the Georgia corners. Man, who else? Ohio State targeting happened last game, no excuses. It was targeting. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So I don't know why people are going to even bring it up. T-Law versus Fields next year for the Natty next season. I got to see how all this stuff shakes out with everybody's roster, man. Backup linebackers after Skorsky came in and shit the bed. I don't know about that. I think that actually, didn't he had a, yeah, you're right. He probably did shit the bed. Alabama corners, Texas corners were terrible. Yep, they did it to Trayvon Diggs and Patrick Surtain as well. Did this game prove Isaiah Timmons is a top 5 pick? I don't know who Isaiah Timmons is, but Isaiah Simmons is definitely, to me, a top 10 pick for sure, no matter what. I'm not the one to be. I know that these guys have entire careers, right? This is technically another game, right? Every game counts. So you still got to take into account an entire body of work, right? So people are going to be prisoners of the moment because it's the last game. It's the most visible game or whatever like that. But with or without it, Isaiah Simmons is the truth. And I thought he had a pretty good game. Top Billin from a Clemson grad, thank you for all your content. Everything you said in all your videos previously was spot on. But according to these people, some of these people, I said that Clemson would win. When I literally had some shit today, said I'm not going to make a pick. Murf, why they think LSU was a one-hit wonder? Man, I don't know what to tell you, bro. Kill Florida's corners, right? Exactly. They killed freaking the most talented corner on the schedule was not none of these guys, right? It was supposed to be my guy from number 1 from Florida. Damn, why am I drawing a blank on his name? They did him in too, and Marco Wilson. Myles Brennan got an arm. Yeah, they do. UCF is the real national champions again. They lost twice, didn't they? Yeah, C.J. Henderson. They did in C.J. Henderson as well. Jamar Chase was stool softer than C.J. Henderson. Because Burrow won't be back and they losing key players. Did they really do Patrick Surtain? Do you hear anything about Patrick Surtain in that game? I'm sorry, Patrick Surtain Sr. Yes, your son was getting done in too. Everyone who played LSU had to get it. They did, man. They were like the mob out there. They were like, what's his face? Scarface and them. Everybody can get it. He told my ass. Don't you just love the internet? I hate to break it to this dude, bro. Clemson was cooking LSU. Did you not see? If TJ Terrell lost a lot of money, I hate to break it to you, so did Christian Fulton. But, of course, that's what people want to do. Now you see why I can't, mess with half the internet. Patrick Surtain was getting killed by Chase and Marshall in high school. Oh, Murph sipping on water, bro. New national championship trophy looks like a clip art. They've got Jefferson and Chase. Your best guy can be on one of them at a time. Combine that with Juggler Joe, and you just can't stop him. I feel the same way about Clemson, man. I'm not the type, like, you got to be a complete moron to look at that shit and not be like, well, damn, they were. What are you going to do if they're hurt? Fulton lost some. He was getting cooked, too. Why aren't people going to bring that shit up? Fulton was getting it real bad. The first Chase TD you talked about play in their Auburn film study? Yep. Yeah, I sure did. They had one, too, that was, I think it was actually that might have been in the Alabama film study. Fulton wasn't that bad? All right. That was a tragic when Clyde broke number 19's ankles. What do you think Chason should do? Chason's going to ball out, man, in the scouting combine. I think he should go. He looks the part. He got a lot of publicity. He's going to do good in the combine. I don't know why you would not go in that particular case. And then you've been hurt before as well, so you always factor that in too. Trey Turner says Fulton was getting raped. Man, why you let that go, Santee? Santee be deleting weird shit, but then he'll let other shit go. You said throw that Falcons cup in the trash. These dudes be too observant about the little shit. Let's talk about football, bro. Let's not talk about cups. Fulton was horrible coming from a fan, needs to do some work. Yeah, but according to that guy, Fulton was not that bad. That's what I'm saying. Like, what did these dudes be watching? Higgins' block was beautiful. Oh, I forgot about that shit. Damn, who did he put that on? Damn, who was that blindside block? It was on Patrick Queen. Yikes, and Patrick Queen ended up playing very well, too. ETN is coming back. Why would Travis Etienne come back? That doesn't even make sense. Your face about the Fulton remark. Thanks for the humor. AJ Terrell got banged and cooked all night. He did. He got banged and cooked. Etienne gone. I have no clue if he's gone, but I don't see why Travis Etienne would come back, though. That would be kind of weird to me. He needs to go and get that money. Travis Etienne is a hell of a player. Etienne is gone, bro. I'm telling you that as a Clemson fan. Top Billin, did you see Deion Sanders praying for AJ Terrell? I did not see that. During the game, I watched the game. I don't look at social media in the game. I might look at my group chat here and there that I have or whatever like that. Other than that, man, I'm walking around and pacing and shit like that. I love college football. I love football in general. Actually, I love NFL football. That's my favorite, but I just love football in general. ETN better get that chicken. Moss lived up to his name. I told you, Moss, man. Moss is the truth. Hit the thumbs up if this sticks. Let me know. Muscle relaxer, real men watch to the end. Top Billin. Hit that thumbs up button for your boy, SB. Queen's draft stock shot up. He was killing it. All right, get this clown out of here wishing somebody would get injured. You're on the wrong channel, homo. Who was worse, Terrell or Fulton? They equally got prison raped. I don't know why people be asking me this shit, bro. I'm going to tell you this, and hopefully everybody's watching this shit. I hate social media, right? I spend my time working, doing this shit right here or whatever like that. Other than that, I hate social media, so I'm not watching another man's Instagram or something like that. If I did do that shit or something like that, I would probably be looking at some chick. Jefferson hit the meanest muscle. His muscle relaxers are so cold. He got that super start and stop. It's kind of Jerry Jeudy got that too. I'm out, Murf. All right, Chili. Clemson High says Tony Elliott. Get Tony Elliott out of there. I know we got to blame Tony Elliott. Easily, Terrell gave up like 3 bombs. I don't know about that, bro. Your boy Fulton was getting cooked. And he was pass interfering a lot and all kinds of shit. Wish they would change the crown of the helmet rule. Only people who wishes they would change that shit is people who never played football. I think they should even stress it even more. That shit is dangerous as hell. Not only do you stand a chance of really hurting your opponent, you stand a chance of breaking your own damn neck. You should not lead with the crown of your helmet. See what you hit. Get your head on the outside. Keep your head up. You doing this shit, bro, that's not even proper football. Kirk Herbstreit kept calling plays before they would happen. Jefferson will run you over and muscle relax you. He doesn't care. He had a nasty run over. Ryan Shazier shows why you don't hit with the crown. I don't even want to think about Ryan Shazier. Yikes. Man, what a freaking freak athlete Ryan Shazier was too, man. Head hunting used to be a huge problem. Glad they're taking steps to get rid of it. Yeah, me too, man. That shit does not belong in football. Just keep your head on the outside, man, and hit with your shoulder pad. That's what it's there for. Yeah, I know, man. I didn't want to think about. I'm mad that he brought up Ryan Shazier. That shit make me tear up thinking about that shit, bro. Oh, damn, man. Damn, I wish he would have kept his head up. They teach you that in rec league football, even Pee Wee League. Exactly. That's one of the first things that you learn. Trevor Lawrence has to improve. They just said that Trevor Lawrence over the last 8 games or whatever, or the last 9 or 8 games of the season, right, he had some kind of crazy-ass numbers and no interceptions and shit like that. Now he has to improve because he didn't have as good a game as you thought he would. Yeah. All right, where we at? What I think about Stingley being on both sides of the ball next year, I think they should just keep him at corner and just let him return punts, man. So he doesn't need to improve. What does he need to improve? We've seen him play a ton of football. Sometimes people have bad games, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know that, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never played football in your life. You probably played fucking tiddlywinks or some shit like that. People have bad games, bro. I've seen Drew Brees have a bad game. Does he need to improve? I seen Tom Brady have a bad game. Does he need? I seen Aaron Rodgers. I seen all kinds of people have bad. It's a bad game, bro. What are we talking about here? He doesn't have a good deep ball. He has a ton of a good deep ball. I don't understand what we're talking about here. He was amped up in this game and did not play that well, but come on, fam. We've seen this guy play a lot of ball. And he's played very well. LSU scheme better, Joe Brady the man. But yet, on the telecast, right, they actually gave props to Steve Ensminger, and Kirk Herbstreit said that he called the plays. Did not anybody else not see that but me? As soon as I heard that shit, I jumped out of my seat. I was like, I thought so. You can see him clearly calling the plays. And when they showed him up there, he was calling the play on a first down. Why ever settle? I don't think Joe Brady's gone. Burrow would have the greatest games all season long. All he did was talk about how he needed to improve. Man, get the fuck out of here. You're not talking about that. It's two totally different things. Some people don't pay attention to shit while the game is on. Tell me about the shit. People literally be on my top billing channel, right? I'll be getting the notifications like, dude tweeting in the third quarter. I mean, messaging in the third quarter. I'm thinking in my mind like, watch damn football. Watch football. Why are you trying to talk to me or comment during the game? That shit is hella annoying. Trevor is most likely not leaving college without a Heisman. He is not bad. I don't know. I don't think he needs to win the Heisman, bro. There's most of the dopest people in the NFL aren't Heisman winners. Clemson got some good recruits, definitely. They should stay and help the Myles Brennan kid next year. Who's that? Oh, Joe Brady? Turning point was when Clemson didn't attack LSU after Delpit was out. That was the turning point of you? Deshaun Watson could care less about a Heisman. Exactly. Deshaun Watson in there. But what Heisman did Patrick Mahomes win? Biggest play of the game? Man, that third down call that they mentioned earlier, right, with that screen pass, that shit was killer. That was a hard-ass play call right there, boy. I jumped out my seat. I was like, damn, they got them. That was a lot of emphasis on Clemson's playoff experience. LSU was able to take it with no playoff experience. No playoff experience, it seems kind of weird when we literally just saw them win a playoff game 2 weeks ago. Do you think if Stingley plays receiver next year, he could win the Heisman? I don't think he needs to. I think he has the Heisman is about hype, right? So you can't have hype going into the season, right, as a true freshman. Very rare that we would see something like that. But he's going to have a ton of hype next year. He just needs to do what he did this year. Maybe really get the punt return thing going on. He doesn't look like that good a punt returner to me, if I'm being honest about the situation. So maybe he does need to play a little offense. But he definitely has that swagger, and he captured the imagination of people very much like Charles Woodson did. Clyde's a first-round pick. Man, I don't know. I still think that when he get to the combine, it depends on what he runs to me, man. Suppose he runs like a 4.5 or a 4.6 or something like that. I don't know. To me, it doesn't really matter, bro. Running backs can be picked in the third round and be the best running back or lead like a Kareem Hunt or somebody like that and lead the league in rushing. It's not that big of a deal for running back, to be honest with you. I know you people on these other teams want to get your guys in and shit like that, but come on, fam. We're talking about LSU. I will have plenty of time in the offseason to talk about these other teams. I want to give LSU and Clemson their respect. Let's give them their flowers. Clemson defense was eating in the first quarter. They came out beasting. They did. They came out beasting. 28-23, big first down, turning point in the game. Yeah, that was when they called that 3rd and 11 or that 3rd and 9. 40 time is kind of overrated for a running back. I wouldn't necessarily say that, to be honest with you, man. We've seen a lot of times, man, when these guys in these open field situations, they end up getting caught from behind, and then what? We've seen people get caught from behind, and which game was that? Then they had to kick a field goal. They want you to be able to finish these plays, man. Stingley exceeded the height, which was almost unimaginable. He did. Clyde is more like Maurice Jones-Drew Sproles. I try to tell people this 50 million times, but guess what? Darren Sproles played for the Saints. Edwards-Helaire plays for the Tigers. They want to compare that. He is very much like a Maurice Jones-Drew. Clyde is closer to Mark Ingram than Darren Sproles. That's a good one, too. Dobbins was the one who got caught. No, I was talking about in the NFL, to be honest with you. But, yeah, the Dobbins one, too. The same exact thing, right? Suppose Dobbins would have scored that touchdown, right, when Tanner Muse ran him down. That alone right there could have been the difference in the game. You got to finish those plays. And I'll tell you, I've talked to NFL coaches. I've talked to college football coaches about some of these guys that I was marketing or whatever, these running backs. You know, guys know I work with running backs and everything. And I had this one, I thought he was very good, but they used to tell me all the time, he gets caught from behind. Every long run that he does, he gets caught from behind. And I used to get angry as shit when I'm like, he's breaking these long-ass runs. Does it matter? Now I really see the value in that, though, right? You can very well lose a game because you're not guaranteed to score a touchdown if you break off a long run, right? So I can see the value in that, but that doesn't mean that you can't be a very great running back. LSU was 5-5 in the red zone, all TDs. That was hard. Who's going to be better in the NFL, Lawrence or Burrow? I got my money on the young guy, bro. The young guy still out there balling and doing his thing or whatever like that. I want to see where Trevor Lawrence is when he's 23 years old. 5-5 in the red zone versus the so-called number one red zone D. Come on, fam. Some of that shit, like most of the time they got in the red zone, it's like they were on the 3-yard line. To me, you can pack the bags right there. The red zone shit, I want to see when you at the 20 and you get that shit popping. They were getting penalties in the red zone and letting them get it. Shit was weird. I did not like Venable's game plan. At the beginning, it seemed dope, but then it seemed like he got scared. Then he seemed like he got dumb. Like, let's not play two safeties back. Let's still run with a single high safety and let my cornerback continue to get cooked. Or let my other cornerback get cooked as well because they're going to target wherever there's no safety behind there. So if you did that, at the very least, you could try to keep the ball in front of you, right, and maybe force them to play the long game by throwing and working the quick game. Blitz so much. What I tell you, that man makes you play for the blitz. You can blitz Joe Burrow all you want. The shit is not going to work. Even if you sack him, right? You're okay, cool. You lost 3 yards. The next play, he's just going to get a first down. That was weird. They didn't have safety help over the top. To me, it was weird, especially once you start getting cooked. And you know what I'm saying? You start getting sauteed and shit like that. Then it's time to try something new, right? Isaiah Thomas was MIA most of the season. He was bad. He was very bad. They sacked him 6 times, I think, still showed out. Exactly. We seen that. When I looked at that thing and I was like, damn, he was sacked 29 times. You go back through it, you can really see that. It just doesn't matter, though. 3rd and 14, he's still going to make a play. KJ Henry is a bust. Oh, see, when I indicated that he may be a bust in the preseason shit, everybody wanted to get mad at me. Not just tonight, LSU has come away with the points every time they've gotten into the red zone except for once against Auburn when they got stuffed. I'm very confused by that. Georgia stopped them in the red zone. Oh, came away with points. Okay, you mean like a field goal or something like that. I would have to, you know what I'm saying, at the very least, I would have to think that you could at least get a field goal if you're in the red zone. You're 20 yards away. Patrick Queen showed out on the biggest stage. He did, man. He balled out. I thought the stunts at the beginning of the worked great. They brought big pressure early with only 5 guys. When they couldn't get pressure without blitzing, they couldn't hang. Exactly. They couldn't hang on the back end, and they had to. And you finally got that dude up out of here. He couldn't take it, huh, Santee? That guy just kept working it. LSU go back best O-line? I'm confused. Is that two different questions? Best O-line. It's hard to say they're the best O-line, bro. They give up a ton of sacks. You said tonight he got sacked 6 times. Burrow killed him with the feet. That's what Burrow does. Is Justin Jefferson Jordan Jefferson's brother? Yes, he's definitely Jordan Jefferson and Ricky Jefferson's brother. They won the best O-line award. That doesn't matter to me, fam. Clemson blitzed the bunch formation. I'll be honest with you, they could have lined up in motion to empty and completely killed Clemson. It was that bunch formation that was or not necessarily the bunch formation, but the 2x2 snug fits, the snug alignments on the 2x2, because you just brought them closer right to where they're able to do that edge pressure, especially when they were letting Isaiah Simmons work with that too. They were not the best O-line despite the award. It is what it is, though, man. They won the award, so what are we going to say about that, right? But if you're really looking at it and you're being objective about it, maybe they just couldn't find anyone else to give it to, but I don't know. Joe Burrow made a lot of shit happen. The fact that how much did we see him being on the run and shit and him making shit happen? LSU beat 7 top 10 teams through the year. That's crazy. That is crazy, man. Politics, definitely. Clemson was out coached. Definitely. Brent Venables confused the O-line at first. He did, man, but then they I don't know if they adjusted or he did something weird, man. If Myles, Brennan learned something this year, we might be right back in the college football players. I think it goes beyond that. You're not giving credit to how well a lot of the other players on the team played. It's like who would be the best edge player on LSU if Caleb Von Chasen left? It gets pretty dicey then, right? Bama 2020 mean class coming in. Hate to break it to y'all, man. True freshmen and shit like that, right? Don't. Like, look at Bama's 2019 class or whatever like that. You got to rely on the guys that's been there, man. You may get a sprinkle of freshmen here or there, but for the most part, man, it's going to be your guys who've already been there that really set the tone. What adjustments did LSU make that made stuff happen? It looked like Clemson had an effective game plan, then boom, everything changed. LSU continued to play its ball, man. To me, Clemson changed on itself. It's like I don't know. It's like Brent Venables couldn't get out of his own way or something. Got to have that split safety coverage, man. Then they started messing with Kayvon Wallace and, you know what I'm saying, and really targeting the guys up the middle. I think the targeting Thad Moss, right, and really working the middle of the field right there, they had no answer for that shit. I will say this, though. They didn't really keep Tanner Muse back that much. But I would have liked to have seen him back or somebody back. Well, they had Denzel Johnson just right as like a single high post safety. I like when they went to the split safety look, right, and had Turner and Johnson back there. That was killing it, man. Talking about LSU and Clemson. Don't try to sneak at these other teams. I don't give a fuck about these other teams tonight. We're talking about LSU and Clemson. And that's why, oh God, why couldn't do what LSU to AJ Terrell to Christian Fulton? Very confused. Like, I'm confused by this. Christian Fulton got slaughterhoused. They did do to AJ Terrell what they did to Christian Fulton. What was worse, Venables or Lawrence? I'm going to go with Venables. He's like 50 years old or some shit like that. He should know better. And they were fortunately to keep LSU pinned near their own end zone. This kept LSU a bit conservative with their play calls. Once they got better field position, they started to open up. I don't know. I think being back that far allowed them to really go down the field on AJ Terrell and Darian Kendrick too, though. Who's better than Chase? The kid is disgusting and only a true sophomore, says Taylor. El Diablo says the targeting ejection seemed like the turning point. I said that too, man. When Skalski went out, you could just see the air just come out or the wind come out the cells or whatever like that. Tigers on top, Murf wiping my feet off. Thank you. Thank you. Hit that thumbs up button. Wipe your feet. QB transfers looking at LSU like being handed the keys to a Porsche. Damn. I'm confused by this. Why you time him out, Santee? He was talking about a transfer QB for LSU. How do you feel about the LSU's band playing next? I don't care about shit like that, fam. I care about shit on the football field. Y'all ain't known that. Y'all haven't noticed that by now? I don't care about that type of stuff. A lot of this stuff that you guys care about or whatever like that, officiating and all that, I just care about what's on the field. That shit makes me get up in the morning. Brent says your insight was correct in so many ways. Thank you. Chad says, what up? Hello and thanks. Remember that dude? Y'all don't remember that. Hello and thanks. Clemson stopped running, which was working. I'm confused. I don't know what to tell you about that. That was bad. Favorite TV football analyst? We went through this a lot. I like Joel Clapp. De'Aaron King just entered the transfer portal. Could be nice for LSU. I know everybody's balling with these transfers, man. But what about Myles, Brennan, and these guys? MX, what up? What do you think about Trev and Clemson next year? Clemson's not going anywhere. Clemson is the truth. Clemson is the premier eminent program in the country. It has proved itself time and time. It is going to be there in the thick of things next year. Tony Romo about to get paid. My favorite play was Justin Jefferson breaking off Tanner Muse. Tanner Muse and his IT band hips got snapped. I appreciate you, SC99. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Bama coming back strong. We got to see. I got to see how many people are leaving Bama. Some of this, you know what I'm saying? I think definitely Bama's not going to go anywhere or whatever like that. But there's Bama needs some pass rushing for sure. They're losing both of their pass rushers, and we'll see, you know what I'm saying, how that shakes up there. Venables panicked. He did panic, man. That's a great word for it, Kellen. Venables panicked. He stopped doing what he was working because LSU was having success on big plays, ignoring success that they had against the bread and butter, short, quick stuff for LSU. That is true, man. But then, you're right, because then they started running with like a lot of the bell technique stuff. You start running bell technique on LSU, you might as well just wave the white. Say no mas. Just say no mas. Jefferson gave Muse the ultimate muscle relaxer. He did, man. That shit is hard. Bama going back to murder ball. We'll see, man. Ruggs and Judy are gone, my friend. They are gone. But Jalen Waddle and Devontae Smith aren't. Hands-on man, Chase was just faster. Yeah, but it's hands-on man with people forget about it. It's hands-on man with a split safety coverage. So if you do get beat by a guy like that because you tried to put your hands on him, you have help over the top. So you don't give up 60 and 70-yard touchdowns. And Mechie. Yep, Mechie will come back. Clyde snapped a Clemson player with a stiff arm. Gave that man whiplash. Damn, a lot of people got whiplash. That shit by Jacoby Stevens on Amari Rodgers wasn't fair. Amari Rodgers shit was, hit him in his back. What do you think about Clyde? What do you mean when I think about Clyde, Dwayne? I love Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Is it time to start considering LSU team? Oh, God. I'm telling you, I'm going to ignore every single one of them questions. I saw Chase bust up press coverage all season, and tonight was no different. Exactly. That's why you got to have somebody over the top. All right, John. Have a good one, bro. My opinion on that is that you don't obviously actually watch Top Billing, right? You just found yourself a live stream. Anybody knows to not come on this channel and talk to me about officiating. I don't do it. I do not want to talk about officiating. If you have to talk about officiating every single damn game, then that means that the shit is the same for everyone, right? So just concentrate on what you can control. Is he a first-round pick? I don't know, man. I think he's going to be a good player. I don't think it matters if he's a first-round pick or not. I'd be honest with you, I would not probably pick him in the first round because when in the NFL, shit gets a step faster, right? So how fast is he? How fast is he? But I still think he's going to be a very good player, and you do not have to be a first-round pick as a running back in the NFL to make a significant impact, right? You can be the leading rusher like Kareem. What was Kareem Hunt? He led the league in rushing as a rookie, but where was he drafted at, right? He came from Toledo or some shit? How do you think next QB at LSU is going to perform in this offense? Man, it's hard to say, bro. I think they should be pretty good because it's schemed up very good. What does it say about this LSU team that Brent Venables couldn't stop them? Man, I don't know why people care. If you're not going to stop them, you cannot stop them. Only thing you can do is hopefully that you can cause them, right, to to kind of bog down on a few possessions and that you can continue to score with them. Nobody ever said that somebody can stop LSU. You can't. They're too aggressive. They're going to throw the ball 40 and 50 times and stuff like that. You can't stop them. You're not. But what you got to do is hope that your offense can continue to keep your defense fresh and that you can score some points as well, and you don't let them get into the 60s and 70s, which technically Clemson did not. Third round for Hunt, that's right. I can see New England getting Clyde. They're going to get everybody, bro. They got Damian Harris and Sony Michel and all this and that. They got a ton of running backs. Legion of Boom could stop them. This was a perfect combination of team and scheme. Don't forget that before Joe Brady. Oh, God. Oh, God. What about Ensminger? LSU is 2017 Oklahoma with the defense. That's hard. Why is it 2017 Oklahoma, though? What about 2018? Queen coming back next year. Man, if I'm Queen, do I come back next year? Jacoby Stevens leaves, then the team is his, right? He's going to get a lot of publicity, right? He got himself launched on a national stage. LSU O-Line, while not the best in the nation, is one of the most improved groups in the nation from last year. Hell yeah. They kept hyping up the story of Travis Etienne not going to LSU, but dude was a skinny running back and proved that he's not Clyde's level. What? I would have to say, what? What game were you watching? Travis Etienne was killing it. I don't think Clyde Edwards-Helaire just had a super fantastic game on the ground or whatever like that. Travis Etienne had I don't know, whatever, man. How did he prove he wasn't on his level? If anything, you could say Etienne probably had a better game. They're both very good. I don't understand that. How is he not on his level? If they kept giving Etienne the ball, we would have lost, says Tupac. Etienne had 78 yards rushing. How many yards rushing did your boy Helaire have? LSU will still have Ty Harris and Mo Hampton and maybe Jacoby Stevens returning next year. That's deadly. Man. Why would Jacoby Stevens not go to the NFL? Etienne runs like beast mode, but in a leaner frame and faster. 110. Oh, yeah, he had them shits at the end, bro. He got literally when the game was in hand, what he got, he ran out the game. Etienne shit had to come within the confines of the actual game. Some of these comments are hilarious. You got to know what I deal with on a daily basis. Oh my God. T-Law sitting out next year. Come on, fam. You know he's not going to sit out no year. Etienne, man. I think Etienne, I like Etienne more than I like Najee Harris. Najee's longest run ever is like 30 yards. LSU still got Emory and Davis Price. Yep. And Chris Curry. I was really impressed how Deculus improved this year. Deculus got beat this year too. I was confused. What did they end up with? They gave up, 35 sacks? Curry looked clean in the OU game. He did. He looked real good. Thad Moss going this year for the draft. I would leave from Thad Moss. He definitely could ride that wave that Irv Smith created last year. Very similar. I don't know what Burrow's record with the Bengals going to be next year. What are we doing here? These are some weird questions, man. T-Law needs to get with a good QB coach in the offseason after absolutely destroying it. I'm very confused by this, bro. He had a bad game. You know who else needs to get with a good QB coach this season? Offseason? Tom Brady. He did not have a good game in that last playoff game I watched. He needs to get with a good QB coach. 15 carries, 78 yards, 1 touchdown. Edwards-Helaire, 16 carries, 110. And define that, right? So where did most of Edwards-Hilaire's yards come in, right? At the end of the game. We're going to get on LSU staff as a running back coach. Man, why I got to be the running back coach, bro? Why can't I do something different, man? I want to, you know what I'm saying? Let me work with the quarterbacks, baby. Garbage time. I don't know if it was garbage time, right? The game was not. If they scored that T. Higgins touchdown, it's definitely not garbage time, right? So I'm not sure if it was garbage time, but it was at the end of the game. Did you see Etienne running through tackles and pushing the pile? That person didn't watch the game. Etienne looked damn good to me. If Clemson win it all next year, would they complete the dynasty? What, winning it every other year? You think we could get De'Aaron King transfer in? Who's we? Jaden says, I love your content. ETN smoked Jacob Phillips. Yeah, that's not a contest right there. If you're trying to run with ETN, good luck. You think that Higgins TD should have counted? Yeah, I said that 15 times already. It should have counted. Both of those guys were committing fouls on each other, right? So it should have been a no call. Most of ETN's runs were wide open space and not breaking tackles. Well, which ETN did you watch? He was breaking a ton of tackles. Great game, man. For real, you taught me a lot about football since I saw. I appreciate it, Sam. ETN was shut down. Oh, okay. Travis Etienne was shut down. I think you're confusing them not using Travis Etienne with what he actually did when he had the ball in his hands. It's two totally different things. I don't know. I have to see to know if there'll be success next year without Burrow. I have to see who all coming back. Sometimes I wonder if people have brains. Definitely those particular people right there that you're talking about, I wonder that same thing. People just be saying shit. Welcome to my world, bro. People will literally just say shit to get a reaction. That's what they do. Eyes getting heavy, Murf. My eyes are super heavy, man. I'm tired in the mug. They talking out the side of their neck. I agree with you. They let them play that way all games. Should be no call. But LSU picked the ball and they called the DPI on a weak grab too. They still grabbed him though. There's a big difference. They still grabbed him. That was one person grabbing a wide receiver that was transitioning. It's a big difference between two guys that were grabbing each other in the play. They must have been two different games on. I'm telling you, man, y'all be thinking that these people be watching. They don't actually watch, right? They be looking at their phone and doing this and shit like that. You got to be glued to a game, man. That's how you watch football. That was a long-ass game. Felt like it was an 8-hour work shift. I loved it. I can't wait to watch a good deal of it before I even go to bed now, even though it's 2 o'clock in the morning here. Depends on who has better hands. You definitely can't be a running back in the current NFL with stone hands. Hell no. Louisiana supports ETN. He was just on the wrong team tonight, but salute to LSU and for all players from the boot. Better pure play callers, Lincoln Riley or Ensminger/Brady. I would say it's a toss-up, man. Lincoln Riley can definitely call some football, and you got to give the hacker Dan Mullen his credit, too. He would have called that same screen, right? That's what they got. Dan Mullen is the king of calling them screen passes in crucial situations like that. Why are you laughing at Ensminger and Brady? I had to work in Jennings tonight, the only city pulling for Clemson. That's hard. Would Clemson have been able to keep Burrow's head on the swivel if James Skalski was not ejected? He looked to have a lot of time in the pocket after the penalty. Like I said before, that was the shit was it, man. When he went out, man, that shit all changed there for me, man. That was tough. That was tough, man. You could see it in his eyes too. He knew he messed up. I'll be honest with you, man. You could say he let his team down for real. You know how to play football out there. I get a new camera. I think you ain't seen the live streams in a while, bro. I've had new equipment. All right, y'all. I'm going to have to give you a couple of more minutes, man. I'm getting tired in the mug. Sometimes you just have to get the ball into the hands of your best playmakers, and screens and smoke screens are the way to do that. That is definitely a great. Terrace Marshall is a beast, gets overshadowed by Jets and Chase. Terrace Marshall is the truth. If Jefferson goes to the league, that shit is about to be the bomb. Clemson's wide receivers are soft. They get hurt like every game. Says a grown-ass man using another man's name. They're out there playing football, bro. You're on the internet using another man's name. How you going to call them soft? You going to call somebody soft playing a fucking gladiator sport while you're on the internet watching? That doesn't make sense, bro. Do that shit elsewhere. Don't do that shit in front of me. Jefferson should definitely go. When will they implement a rule that differentiates targeting between malicious intent versus accidentals? No accidental, man. Get your head off the center line. If you're playing football, get your head off the center line. Keep your face mask up and see what you hit. It's that simple. There's no accidental anything. Shout outs to Clemson with the exotic blitz. But one-on-one with Jamar Chase against anybody, I love it. I do too. That's why you have to have somebody over the top. Jefferson to the pass. Why does everybody put every single person we talk about to the Patriots? You ever notice that? Oh, he going to the Patriots. Jake Fromm, he going to the Patriots. Who else? It was somebody else. He going to the Patriots. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he going to the Patriots. Justin Jefferson, he going to the Patriots. You named after another man's song. I hate to break it to you, bro. The word top billing is a phrase that's been used for 50 million years. I'm not named after shit. My name is Murf Baldwin. That is my actual name. Everybody knows what my name is. Your name is not Tupac Shakur. Top billing is a term that means is the most high. When I'm out in this motherfucker, I'm getting top billing. The Pats got no wideouts. Man, y'all sleeping on what's his name? N'Keal Harry. They got the dude from the Falcons, Mohamed Sanu, Edelman. Yeah, you're right. They need some receivers. Oh, Joe Burrow going to the Patriots too? There's no accidental when using the crown. All he had to do was look up and he would have been good. That's all he had to do. Look up, but not even looking up, man. Get your head off the center line. Why is people leading like this? You always get your head off the center line and then lead with your shoulders. Head on the outside. That's how you're taught. Murph to the Patriots. I'm going to the Patriots, baby. N'Keal Harry was hard in college. He was. When I covered Rivals, I covered USC at Rivals. Man, he was cooking Rivals. I mean, he was cooking on USC. N'Keal Harry looking like Freddie Mitchell without the smack talking. You talking about Fred X? Why he look like Fred X? You mean like how he literally looks? He looks like Fred X? I have to look. I don't even know what he looks like. Can't wait to see these guys play in the league. Yeah, it's going to be hard. Harry went to Arizona State. Burrow looked real uneasy when they handed him that Bengals helmet. Why would he do that? Isn't he from Ohio? He get to go back home. Is this the short bus edition? I hate to break it to you, Sam. This shit is always a short bus edition. We be having some crazy people up on the internet. Why you think I took so long? I took a nice break from streaming. I'm probably about to do it again. Muse was getting cooked tonight with them tight-ass hips. Man, them tight-ass hips, man. What you think, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about that, man. I don't want to talk about that, man. That man love bacon. But his hips be tight than a bug. You think the chicks be saying with his hips be too tight. He be like, He don't have no variation. We know another signing day stream in February. All right, I'll come back in February for the signing day stream. Well, you won't see me until then, man. I'm tired of live streaming. I'm back. Now, this stream, the first two streams was cool. This stream reminds me of why I was getting tired of live streaming. Coach O, I'm going to the Patriots, baby. Yeah, he did. He hit him with that muscle relaxer. Clemson only going to get better next year everywhere except running back. Defense has some studs coming in to fix some of their deficiencies. Oh, does it, though? Do they play freshmen? They don't know what a freshman is. You're saying these guys, they had some guys coming in to fix the deficiencies. They needed 2 more corners out there today. They needed it. And they had Sheridan Jones and Mario Goodrich on the roster. least Mario's been in the program now for 2 years. Why wasn't he out there? Now, I've seen him play this year. Coach O will be the Patriots' offensive line coach. Fulton draft stock dropped tonight. It's a possibility, man. I don't know. You got to look at the complete body of work, though. He had some real good work, right? It's one game, though. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to freak out over one game. He still had a damn good year in certain instances, and he was beaten earlier in the year as well, too. So I don't know. Fulton was getting beat against big ass wide receiver. Is Coach O coming back to LSU next season? You think that man would leave Louisiana State University? You crazy? Scarcey's ejection as well as Nolan Turner's missed. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, man. Totally forgot about that. So we're going to go back and look at some of these games, and you can see some of these points. I'm like, damn, suppose this happened, suppose that happened. Like the missed touchdown by Jamar Chase, but that Nolan Turner, right? He had a beat on that bad boy, right? When they went motion and emptied and they tried to run a slant to Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Nolan Turner read that perfectly, man, and straight flat out dropped the interception. Coach O to the Pats, baby. The A.J. Terrell draft stock drop? Well, perhaps. Final AP poll just came out. What did it say? Jamar Chase missed TD turned into a missed field goal. Oh, yeah, sure did. Kerry Vincent also could have had an interception. Oh, yeah, that was off of a tipped ball. So that's a little bit different to me, right? So that was off T. Higgins' hand and then went in the air. It's a big difference from you made the play yourself. Nolan Turner made that play himself, and he jumped that route and missed it. Higgins laid the wood on Fulton. That was hard. Wait, hold on. On Fulton? I remember him knocking your boy Patrick Queen out, though. Man, that was hard. On that crackback block. Jamar Chase will be the best wide receiver in the league. Some really very good wide receivers in the NFL now that we're, you know what I'm saying? DeAndre Hopkins is in the league. All kinds of guys are in the league, bro. Murf, you still educate some of these non-football education fools. Man, I tried. Stevens laid a big-ass hit. Yeah, he hit my boy in the back. Amari Rodgers, man. Yikes. That was scary. He had that whiplash for real. The ball was right in his hands on an interception drop. Yeah, that was a bad drop, man. Where is info about the videos you make? I'm very confused by this. You're on the channel. Just search Top Billin. Top Billin channel, then look at the playlist. Or Top Billin and type in whatever subject you would. Top Billin LSU or Top Billin Clemson or something like that. All those videos should definitely be in the search results. Somebody's a spammer. Oh, I'm getting spammed. Chad Taylor, what up? Darnell Kirkland, what up? Shout outs to my members. Nick D, what up? Where we at? Fulton INT called back. It's because it was pass interference, bro. You can't hold somebody on a transition. Carson on the Super Troll. We got any Myles here? I'm gonna see what his next John is like. If he's on that Super Troll shit, I'm getting him out of here myself. What do you think the biggest difference in the game from what you thought coming in? Biggest difference in the game from what I thought coming in? Obviously, I thought that Trevor Lawrence would have played better. Maybe Brent Venables, right? I was just thinking, like, man, okay, Brent Venables is smart. He's going to know to not do this single high safety shit that he likes. But it is what it is. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, he's gone. De'Aaron King to LSU. I thought De'Aaron King was going to Georgia. What happened? Chase isn't better than number 4 and number 11 from Alabama. I think all those guys are pretty much on each other's level. That's right. What about Jerry Jeudy? People are always on that, whatever. But just talking about the guys who are in the league, there's some very good wide receivers in the league right now, man. You know who the fucking Saints have right now? Michael Thomas is a damn animal, bro. Julio Jones is in the league. All kinds of crazy people in the league. King to Arkansas? That's what I was thinking, baby. He should go reunite with his boy Kendall Browse. What in the hell was LSU doing with that bunch formation was killing us? I don't know who us is. The dude from CU is raw. CU. What are we talking about? King to the Pats. De'Aaron King is going to the Pats. Terrell got exposed. I don't know if you get exposed when nobody else can do that shit to you but that one dude. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't playing Jamar Chase, he probably would be fine. Jamar Chase was killing everybody. Oh, Colorado is CU? I thought it was the University of Colorado. Is Colorado University? I'm confused. Sean's in the building. T. Higgins trucked Fulton on the reverse. Oh, yes. Was that a muscle relaxer or a horse tranquilizer? That, my friend, was a stool softener. King should go to Oregon? That's actually not bad. That is not bad at all. CU Boulder? Oh, okay. Yeah, Laviska Shenault is the damn. He's the goods. Terrell didn't necessarily get exposed. He mainly got beat when he didn't have safety help. He got beat by a dude that's been killing everybody, though. Yeah. Brandon Shenault? No, it's Laviska Shenault. Terrell needs to not ever play bump and run again. It was against one guy, man. I don't know. You guys are crazy. You're thinking videos that had to be purchased. Susan's killing me today. What are you talking about, Susan? You're on a channel where I do film studies. You just popped on the live stream is what you're saying, Susan? Is this your first time here, Susan? I appreciate you, Cody. King to Oklahoma better fit. Man, what about your boy Spencer Rattler at Oklahoma? Chase going back-to-back for Biletnikoff Award next year? I don't know, man. That's tough to say, right? You're going to have a new quarterback or whatever like that. Everybody would have thought, remember everybody said that Jerry Jeudy was going to go back-to-back for the Biletnikoff, and then somebody came out of nowhere. Well, not somebody, out of nowhere, right? We knew Chase was going to be good this year, but even Jerry Jeudy didn't win it back-to-back, so we'll see. Murf, who was LSU's biggest challenge this year? You had to say either Clemson or Florida or Auburn. Auburn did very well as well. Florida was in there. If you remember that Florida game, that shit really came down to the end, right? Auburn was the best game as far as the not scoring of the points or whatever like that. But Florida was giving LSU a taste of its own medicine, right? They were really doing to LSU what LSU was doing to everybody else through the air and on the ground and everything like that, right? It looked there was no time right really in that Auburn game where I was like, damn, I just was thinking like, damn, are they going to be able to get enough points? But Florida kept scoring and scoring. Yeah, and they didn't have their I suppose they would have had the edge players there, right? Damn, I can't even think. It's too late. I don't think Bama played LSU. I know Bama eventually ended up getting back into it, but to me, Florida was extremely competitive throughout the duration of the game. Texas, yeah, that's another one right there. Texas at the beginning of the season, yeah, for sure. They kept scoring too. So we see what it was, man. It was more of these offensive teams that really gave them, because when Florida with Kyle Trask, man, became a very good offensive team. What's up, Yassine? Yeah, Zuniga and Grenard. They both were hurt. Felipe Franks. Texas has their best games against LSU. I don't remember them playing too much of each other. But LSU improved since the Texas-Florida games, for sure. But I had a feeling, right? Remember I said this? I would have liked to have seen that rematch between Florida and LSU in the SEC championship game. I think that's what it was. You needed to have offense against LSU. Why are we talking about Felipe Franks, man? I'm very confused. What did I call big dog? Felipe Franks hadn't played in 28 weeks. Why are we talking about Felipe Franks? Was Stingley overall the best cornerback, or was it Okudah? I'm gonna say I don't know. That's hard. I'm gonna say Okudah though. You know what I mean? There were some times where Stingley did not have some good games, but Stingley was very, I don't know. He was very opportunistic, right? Like he would eventually get you. You keep messing with it, eventually. Even in the Florida game, remember he got the pick at the end that kind of sealed it and stuff like that. Even when Van Jefferson and those guys were giving it to him. Okudah coming back next year? Man, I would have to think not, man. He's probably a top 5 pick, right? Oregon got the face. Oh, Oregon plays Ohio State next year? What? It's that Stingley didn't get in the end zone this year? Very impressed by Florida this season. The secondary gave LSU his toughest game. Their secondary gave LSU his toughest game? For real? I don't remember that. I think their offense gave LSU the toughest game. I called a skip to the what? HQ. How does Florida play LSU tough but get beat by UGA without a struggle? Styles make fights, man. I don't know why you people don't understand that. You can't do the whole transitive property stuff, man. Styles make fights. Oh, I called it at the beginning of the year after the LSU spring game. But let's not talk about that. Les Williams, that's just how college football goes. It does, man. Styles make fights, bro. Same thing with Auburn. I don't think Auburn had much to offer Georgia, right? But it was, 23-20 with LSU. I don't think Auburn scored until the fourth quarter on Georgia. Where would you rank Chase amongst the receivers in the 2020 draft? So we're talking about Laviska Shenault and T. Higgins and Jerry Jeudy and these guys. He's right up there with Jerry Jeudy. Justin Jefferson's right up there too. That's football, period. Yep. Weird to think Texas may have been close as LSU has come to a loss. No, I'm not a Georgia fan. I don't know why people be saying that shit. My team is called Top Billin. That's my team. Do you think they were targeting Darian Kendrick for number 1 Clemson? He was probable all game. I think they were targeting him. I think they were targeting A.J. Terrell. And then they were targeting, put it this way, they were targeting Jamar Chase. Whomever was on him with no safety up over the top, they were going to go to Jamar Chase. Murf, do you think a lot of LSU was Joe Burrow or Brady? I would say it was a combination of both, along with Steve Ensminger. I just told this dumb fuck that I'm not a Georgia fan. How you going to say you think I'm a Georgia? I just told you I'm not a Georgia fan. Like, what are you, a rapist or some shit like that, dude? No means no. I am not a Georgia fan. I did not. If anybody would, they would laugh at you if they said that shit. I grew up not liking Georgia. I'm not a Georgia fan. So what I am is a professional, and I cover college football. That's what it is. So I have no dog in the fight. I have no rooting interest. Right down the middle. That's what I do. These dudes be straight rapists out here. You can tell if they'll do that shit to some dude that would literally, a stranger that would literally tell them some shit, what do you think they'll do with a chick? Or in this dude's case, another dude. No means no, fam. I enjoyed your show. I learned a lot about the technique of football. Great show. Good night and God bless. Thank you, David. Dude is straight rapist, exactly. Somebody tell you some shit and you still keep going with that shit, bro. I have the reason to believe that you would sexually assault somebody that told you no. Clemson pass rush was god awful. And no pass rushers, man. No edge players that you have confidence on. And KJ Henry, bust city. Justin Mascar, nowhere to be found. Xavier Thomas, super sophomore slump. You call the wide receiver versus DB matchups in this game? Whatever happened to Xavier Thomas, I don't know, man. He had to have been hurt. That would be my thing right there. Another thing that I noticed when I looked at him, he looked different body-wise this year. Like he needs to, really work on that in the offseason. He's on that straight Darren Sharper. Darren Sharper resents that. Wonder what the title for this analysis video would be. People love titles, so it's going to be anything, right? Because people don't even actually care about the actual video. These dudes like titles, right? So that's what they told us, right, in journalism school or whatever like that. Their title is your hook, right? So this dude proves this shit. He don't care about that content. He wants to know what the title is going to be. Title's going to be LSU film breakdown. Then what? What would change about the content? Oh, thumbs up. Let's go, baby. Let's get the thumbs up. Let's get it going. Dude, I don't cover the NFL, man. Like, come on, man. This is the worst. I ain't gonna lie. This is the worst comment shit. I can't wait to not stream anymore. Back to the film study contents. How many corner routes would they have to miss for the OC to understand it wasn't going to work? Only 10. He was getting close to understanding that it wasn't going to work. It was like Thomas wasn't the same since the concussion he suffered earlier this season. Then again, Xavier Thomas didn't play at all that great prior to the concussion. So he's not played that good this season at all, man. Who's my favorite player that played tonight? Trevor Lawrence. Right? Saw this man play, covered him live here in Georgia a whole bunch of times. Trevor Lawrence is my favorite player that played tonight. Followed by Grant Delpit, right? Had him on my podcast when he was in high school. AJ Terrell and guys like that I've had the pleasure of interacting with, covering them when they're in high school. What should Clemson coaching staff done differently in your opinion? I take it you just tuned in. You know what I mean? I've talked about that. How long we been on here, man? I done talked about that shit. Damn, we've been on 2 hours. 22 don't get enough credit, period, overlooked. I'm very confused by that. They talk about Clyde Edwards-Helaire a lot. Podcast the same name? Nah, this was obviously was years ago. So no, it wasn't a podcast on here. This was a podcast. This was when I covered LSU for Scout.com. So Delpit the next Rod Woodson. I was thinking more like Charles Woodson. Who's the real DBU, LSU or OSU? Man, it might be kind of like a tie right about now, right? 22 was a low-key lifeblood on their run this year. Oh, you looking for the skip to my loose slant they couldn't cover? I'm going to go back and look and see if they was running that. What are your thoughts on Mascar? I don't know what to tell you, but you want to know my thoughts on Mascar? It's a really good thing to go look and type in top Billin Clemson spring game or whatever like that. I talked about Mascar and KJ Henry in that. Clemson should have played more cornerback and helped Terrell over the top. That is true. Needed another couple of cornerbacks to step up right there and get some of those safeties off the field. JJ says, Thad Moss had a big game. I knew he would be key for early success. Once Burrow got his own running game going, it seemed like everyone a little more slack. Thanks for the content this season. Oh, for sure. It never starts, though, baby. We just getting started. Trey White, Pat Pete, Honey Badger, Jamal Adams has got to be LSU right now. Well, you're an LSU fan, bro. Marshawn Lattimore. I can go on and on, baby. Marshawn Lattimore, your boy that just got picked for the Cleveland Browns. There's a whole bunch of Ohio State DBs in the NFL as well, bro. Those you're just gonna recognize your own guys. My man from the Indianapolis Colts, Hooker. How similar are the Saints and all LSU offense really? They're gonna say it's the same or whatever like that. They got that 2x2 formation from them, but man, you can see Drew Brees. You know how much Drew Brees is under center. How often do you see Joe Burrow under center? Apple sucks. Eli Apple. Yep, Garyon Conley. I forgot about Garyon Conley. We can keep going. The Saints safety. What's his name? The starting safety for the Saints. He's from Ohio State as well. Your depth in football knowledge is vicious. Appreciate it, Corey. No, not Malcolm Jenkins. Von Bell. Yep, Von Bell from Ohio State. Oh, Malcolm Jenkins. Yeah, I forgot about Malcolm Jenkins. I was just thinking about the guys that are recent. Yeah, but Malcolm Jenkins, yep, as well. Oh, God. Ohio State has great DBs, no doubt. It's just that LSU DBs are at the top. I just named some dudes that were definitely Marshawn Lattimore. I'm very confused by this. We just talked about Marshawn, Denzel Ward, Bradley Roby. Like, come on, fam. Don't do that to yourself. Kurt Coleman. I don't know if he's at the top, though, but I'm just saying these are guys that were picked in the top 10 of the NFL drafts just recently that I've just named. Ohio State has the most in the NFL, says Dwayne Riley. This dude's being a prisoner of the moment. Darnell, you're being a prisoner of the moment, my man. Ohio State has just as many guys in the league that are popping as LSU. That's why I think it's a tie. Appreciate it, David. Thank you for the super chat. Morris Claiborne, Eric Reed. That's hard. The Bosa brothers. We talking about DBU. Why are you naming some edge players? How do you think this loss will affect Clemson's coaching staff for 2020? I'm confused by that. In which manner? What are you talking about? Obviously, it's going to make them very eager to get back into the lab, right? But I don't see they're not going to fire nobody or anything like that. They'll lose the co-coordinator. They got to replace that guy. I wonder if they'll just promote from within, though. It seems like a Clemson way to do it. I wonder if J.P. Losman is still on that staff. Do you think Clemson having to play a physical game versus OSU hurt them, whereas LSU got a bye week? No, I don't, man. A few breaks here, like we said before. Your man holds on to that interception. They give the T. Higgins touchdown right there. The game was close, man. It was just a couple of possessions. You just got to execute. You can't have Skalski getting thrown out of the game. That's your glue guy. You know what I'm saying? He was doing very well and shit like that. Just a little bit here, a little bit there. Even with Trevor Lawrence playing bad, it still was just a couple of possession game. Did you see what they did with Muse? They definitely kept him as more kind of a roamer and didn't really let him be a safety. How do you feel about why everybody keep trying to put their team in here? I told you I want to talk about LSU and Clemson. I have a ton of time to talk about Florida and these other teams. I didn't watch the halftime, bro. I was here streaming on halftime. Isaiah Simmons did his thing, man. Hit the thumbs up button for your boy. Wipe your feet, though. Let's go. Yeah, J.P. Losman was my dude when he was at Tulane, and then he went to the Bills. That dude had a rocket arm, but he was unable to steer. He could not put the ball where he needed it to be at. He could look at it, but he couldn't steer the ball there. Tebow wasn't on top. Damn, I forgot about Tim Tebow. He had some crazy seasons as well. Elliott is set to be the sole OC moving forward, and they promoted someone for Jeff wide receivers and recruiting role. Who was that guy that they promoted? Do you remember what his name is? JP has a cannon. He can still throw the ball. I wouldn't doubt it. You say JP had that. He reminded me kind of like a Brett Favre type. Feel like Clemson just tried to get cute. Etienne was too effective to not keep running. But a young stunner, according to this person earlier, Etienne was what he did. He was exposed to something like that. He was exposed of not being on Clyde Edwards-Hilaire's level. Why do you think Trevor didn't play great tonight? Man, he just had a bad game, man. It was the offensive line was letting him down, right? Some of the pressure was getting to him, and then he was amped up, man. He was showing off that arm strength. But you got to say that his receivers getting hurt didn't help again, right, for the second game in a row. And to me, Justin Ross clearly did not look like himself anymore. With the number 1 tight end coming into LSU. Oh, yeah, Eric Gilbert, my boy. Congratulations, LSU. Clemson will be back. LSU killed it. Do you think LSU can be the new OU in terms of developing QBs and making them stride? I gotta see them do it again. Then we can go from there, right? So that's literally one quarterback for 1 year. Gotta see it happen again, and then we can talk. They had 1 sack. He had pressure, but nothing compared to the pressure Clemson was putting on LSU. Yeah, but he's also a 19-year-old true sophomore, bro. It's a little bit different, bro. But they had a ton of pressure. He was escaping from the pocket and running and shit like that. He had a ton of pressure. Coach K was right. Gilbert, a monster, will probably kill that DE spot. I want to see Gilbert play on the offensive side of the ball. I think he's going to kill it. But Coach K does have you know what I'm saying? Coach K does know what he's talking about as well, for sure. You know they're getting lit in NOLA? Oh, yeah. Burrow is older than Lamar. That's hard. Here comes the Stingley Sexuals. They coming out, VT Dub. Keyshawn Boutte coming in with Gilbert, Chase, and Marshall's going to be scary. And you all on the new person. What about the Palmer kid? I want to see the Palmer kid. And I still want to see Devontae Lee if he don't get switched to defense. Joe is 23. Everybody knows how old Joe Burrow is. Like, what are you doing? Murf don't quit from streaming. You think I want to deal with these goofballs all the time? These goofballs be annoying. I'm just trying to work. They don't got nothing to do. Dudes be up here talking about some, he's doing this, he's doing that. And why are you watching me, bro? It must not be that bad. If you quit watching me, maybe I would go away. Devontae Lee at safety? That's hard. You think Stingley is NFL ready right now? Where would you draft him if he was draft eligible today? It's like the NBA, man. You draft people that have upside, right? So if you're drafting from upside, you would say he's a top 5 pick because you're going to think, like, where would he be at 2 and 3 years from now? That's what you're always going to say. That's the same thing with Trevor Lawrence. Like, where is he going to be at when he's 23 years old, right? Like, when Joe Burrow was 19 years old, what was he doing? Like, you got to think like that. You really do. Not talking about Bama and none of these teams next year. I'm talking about Clemson and LSU, and I'm actually about to leave now. That Moss legit or a product of LSU? Man, you got to make those catches. I don't know. He be making some tough catches, so I think he is. I think he is legit. He's still at Clemson, J.P. Losman. That's what's up. The Bills called him a month ago to back up Allen for the playoffs. Losman declined. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way in hell they called J.P. Losman 10 years after his playing career was over to be a backup quarterback. You crazy. Send me the article on that one. There's no way in hell out of all the people that's been in the NFL or whatever over that past, this man that literally probably played in like 10 years. And then when he did play in the NFL, he wasn't that good. So they were going to call him to be a backup quarterback recently? Man, get out of here. You crazy. Oh, I don't doubt it. I know he still has a cannon for sure. But come on, fam. You ain't played in the NFL in 10 years? Well, JP's probably, like 38, 39 years old right now, right? I just looked it up, and it's true. Man, I'm about to look that shit up. That's crazy. Think about all these guys but they call him before they call Colin Kaepernick? What? I'm confused. When was the last time J.P. Losman played in the NFL? 2011? called a man that hadn't played since 2011, and when he did play, he was not good. Right at the end of his career, he was all right to start it, but towards the end of his career, he was horrifically bad. He was throwing interceptions. They called that man before they called Colin Kaepernick. What? Wow. Why you think Clemson blitz nearly every play? Had they not been watching your videos? Man, Coach Venables knows more about football than I would ever know, so I'm not going to question that. I will say it was weird. AJ McCarron was at Bama back then. He was, wasn't he? What was the number one song in 2011? The last time J.P. Losman played, and he still got the call from the Bills before Colin Kaepernick. Joe Brady gone to the Panthers now that the Saints offense computer program was successfully implemented on LSU. Oh, God. Murf, some of these people don't know anything about football. Terrell struggled in bump and run coverage. Ohio State DBs didn't struggle against press coverage. What do you mean against press coverage? They do the coverage. Do you think they should have ran Trevor more tonight? Yes. That was one of the things that I was like, it was like I don't know. They may have gotten a little bit too cute for themselves, but it is what it is. Rolling in the deep. Adelaide, or Adele, that's her name, Adele? That was her shit, was waiting in 2011? Trevor would have got hurt. He ran plenty of times. What are you talking about? He took a bunch of hits. Well, y'all be saying that shit, bro. He doesn't get lit. He's a big dude. I don't know Thad Monster know if he's staying another year. Trevor Lawrence should be a tight end. What? I think he's Ryan Davison, dude. I think he's one more goofy comment away from being ran off the channel. Is next year Clemson's to lose? No, I don't think next year is Clemson's to lose at all. I'm telling you, next year to me seems wide open, bro. If anything, if you were saying to lose, would be man, I think Ohio State's going to be very good next year. I think Clemson played great. Why they look so defeated in the second half? Man, they lost the top player, and then shit just kind of spiraled downhill from there. Oklahoma's banned from the college football playoffs? Come on, man. He didn't delete the message. I blocked him. So it deletes the messages when I block him. Think about Julian Fleming. Oh, he gonna be dope. So is G. Scott. So is Garrett Wilson. So is Chris Olave. Ohio State's gonna be loaded. Definitely on the offensive side of the ball for sure. I gotta see Sean Wade coming back, right? So he'll get moved on the outside. I gotta see what that defense is like, right? I gotta see what the safeties is like and everything like that. But Ohio State should be very good next year. The offensive line should be pretty good as well. Alabama should be pretty good next year. Florida should be pretty good next year. Georgia should be pretty good next year. Who else? Oregon should be very good next year. Chuba Hubbard didn't go to the NFL? LSU should be pretty good next year. Jefferson should definitely go to the league. Definitely should go to the league. Top 15 pick easily, right? Minnesota should be pretty good. I got some we might have some good news on the Minnesota front. That should be pretty special here. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. I can't do that, but if it comes to fruition, I'm going to be all over it on this channel. This shit going to be crazy. The offensive tackle for Oregon finna be a Heisman ceremony for being the house. Yeah, that dude is nasty. Sewell. DeMarcus Bowman I like a lot, man. I can't wait to see him play at Clemson. Think Minnesota's a one-hit wonder? I don't know, man. I think their coaches is the truth, man. And they play a brand of football that's just tough to deal with. They're very physical. I have no clue where De'Aaron King is going. He should go to Arkansas, though, to reunite with Kendall Browse. Might be the amount of carries Chuba has had. Might have too much high mileage. Well, then why would you come back to put more miles on your odometer? I don't understand that. You got to go to the league. Rumors are King to LSU. Know what we feel about rumors, right? What about the rumor on the minute guys like Twitter said that Joe Burrow broke his ribs? And then they're out there running quarterback power with him with broken ribs or whatever. If your ribs is broke, you ain't running quarterback power. I love Kayvon Thibodeaux. I love Oregon, period. Oregon is very much in the running to get primary coverage on this channel next year. Oregon's loaded. Grinch declined the Washington State job. He declined a head coach. They offered him a head coaching job and he declined it to be a defensive coordinator? Damn, where'd they do that at? That's goofy, man. LSU recruiting got really easy after the night. Oh, for sure. They could already recruit anyway. Oregon's coaching isn't good enough, in your opinion? I know, right? They only, took a team that wasn't very good and took it to, 11 wins or some shit like that? What are you talking about? And they beat the crud out of Utah when everybody was saying that Utah was going to the college football playoff. Mario Cristobal is the goddamn gospel. What are you talking about? I love watching PJ Fleck outcoach Gus Malzahn. Nobody want to say nothing about that, right? I didn't hear one word about Minnesota beating Auburn. Clemson's recruiting final made top 3 after constant years of winning. Everybody always does the book it stuff. Where was the book it guy? What was the book it guy before the his name was Pharaoh? What did he say book it on, right? He said 191 yards from who? I forget who. It wasn't Jamar Chase either. Yes, Kyle Pitts is definitely returning next year. He was just a sophomore. Arizona State, yeah. Shout outs to Arizona State as well. Was this the best college football playoff yet? The best one yet. I don't know. You had a blowout in the first round. You had a good game with Ohio State and Clemson, and I thought this was a very good national title game. So, yeah, it might have been the best one yet. 9 out of 11 offensive starters for many, too. They have returning? Woo! Going to watch any of the XFL? Hell yeah. If it's football, I'm watching it. I was a big fan of what was that league? I love that shit. I can't believe it folded. They had the Atlanta Legends or whatever like that. AAF or something like that. 18 was better. You talking about with a blowout with Oklahoma? Oklahoma got blown out, and then Alabama was blown out. I don't see why 18 wasn't that dope to me. We don't even know who LSU's quarterback is going to be. How could we answer a question like that? Players weren't even going to practice. That's hard. Justin Ross, what about Justin Ross? Koo managed to land a job with the Falcons, so something good happened for some of the players from that league. Oh, the kicker. Man, how you knew Brennan comments was about to come? I've already answered the Myles Brennan thing 455,000 times this stream. Could I see him being a coach in the future? He doesn't seem to have a kind of a coaching, like his temperament and shit like that. It's like asking if can I be a coach? You got to look at people's temperament as well. Joe looks like he can be very short with you. He's definitely extremely confident in himself like that. I just don't see he look like he would be an angry coach. But as far as his brain, yeah, of course. Oh, I can't wait to watch Mississippi State with Mike Leach. That's you the first number 1 seed to win the ship. That's hard. Oh, you think I didn't say nothing about Minnesota content. You may have gone too far. Oklahoma is banned for all the. Come on, what y'all doing at the Oklahoma, man? This LSU team versus the 0-1 Miami Hurricanes. Who you got? Man, I'm always gonna go with the legendary team, man, because I know how these guys turned out. I think about all these Hall of Fame icon players and stuff like that. All these players that are in the Hall of Fame off that team and stuff like that. I'm gonna always go with that. When we give it a little bit of time and then look back on LSU, then I can do that. But I can't disrespect the 0-1 Hurricanes in 2020. Hey, dude, just props, Clemson fan, but you give some honest, well thought out feedback and proper breakdowns. Thank you. That's what I hope people get from that. Know that I think the shit out that I'm saying, and it's going from what I see out there and not from some kind of fandom or anything. '01 Canes was loaded with straight legends. It was, man. It was. So I have to see how many people become legendary from this LSU team. Leach and Kiffin press conferences will be amazing. Mike Leach should be having some weird press conferences. I think Kiffin's, I don't know. It will be. Those offenses are going to be amazing too, though, to see something different. That women's league was better than the XFL will be. What you talking about, the women's lingerie league? You be watching that? They'll be saying the same about this 19 LSU team. I don't doubt it, bro. Don't doubt it. So were the 03-04 Southern Cal Trojans. So were the 2008 Florida Gators. That's the team right there. Do you think LSU was holding back in the first half? No, I think the other team is on scholarship as well and was playing very good football. Ohio State should be pretty good next year. '01 entire secondary getting ejected for targeting. That's right, for sure. VDK says, discover you this year. Great analysis and insight. Appreciate you, fam. '05 Auburn was loaded and they got cheated out of the national championship. That team was hard. '2014 OSU team was loaded. That team was hard too. 1995 Nebraska was hard. 2008 Florida, the '01 Hurricanes. I beat you to it, Castle Fort, Jinx. Yep, Amon Green was on the team with Lawrence Phillips and freaking Tommy Frazier and Mike Minter and shit. That's one of my all-time favorite teams ever. That's when I first really started understanding football as a little kid. Was the ejection a major swing in the game, or was it already over? It was not all the way over, bro. A 2-possession game is never over. It was the 24-point lead by Houston signified that they got their asses blown out. It was not over, but that shit was a turning point in the game. You can't lose that guy. You had to bring in the PI on the TD was the nail. That was the worst. They're gonna look back on that shit like, damn. Did I see him come in the game tonight? Of course I saw him come in the game tonight. I was watching the game. How did he look? He didn't look as good as Skalski. Skalski was playing his ass off. Oh, I forgot about the Steve Spurrier with the 96 Gators. People were saying those 96 Gators was playing some shit just like this LSU team, right? And that damn I love that receiving core, man. That's my squad right there, man. With Jacquez Green and Riedel Anthony and Ike Hilliard. And I love the 97 Vols. I like the 96 Vols, too. You must don't know Murf. I'm not doing no championship predictions for next year in the damn thing. We don't have recruiting's not done yet. We ain't seen no spring game transfers and shit like that. You crazy, bro. 96 Gators got destroyed that second half, though. Are you talking about the Florida State Which was the one that they won the championship with? Which Gator team was that? Was it the 90? It wasn't the 95 Gators, was it? 2013 FSU loaded. 2013 FSU is definitely in my top 10 for sure. Wasn't Jason Campbell the QB of that LSU team? Jason Campbell from the Auburn Tigers? Definitely not. Why these dudes be jumping in the live stream just to say some goofy shit? I'm confused by this. I hate live streaming. People be bored. Like, oh, it's a live stream. Let me click on it. The 01 UF wideout room was monsters too. Riche Caldwell, Jabbar Gaffney, Taylor Jacobs, Carlos Perez, Aaron Walker. It was loaded. The 95 Gators got the brakes beaten out them by Nebraska. That's what I thought. The 96 Gators, how did they get smoked in the second half, that person said. Nebraska beat the boom. That was my boy, who was it? Was it Jacquez Green? He got like a hip injury or something like that. Or was it Ike Hilliard? He had like a dislocated hip or something. It was crazy. 01 Miami is the greatest of all time team. Anytime someone tells me that they've come to make an account and it's not a troll account, then I have to block you. Why would you even have to mention that? If it's not a troll account, then just be real. So you got to go. Uh-oh. What you find most impressive about LSU tonight? I've watched LSU intently all year. They did exactly what they did all year, man. So, the ability to target certain matchups, I think, is probably the most impressive or something like that. But they've done this to everybody this entire year. It was a special season. I know you're gonna say their defense. I don't know about that, man. LSU beat 7 top 10 opponents, so it's close. Where's Delpit going after the night? The NFL, right? Murf called the greatness of this LSU team since the spring game. But nobody's going to ever remember that, bro. Is Joe Brady going anywhere? I haven't been keeping up with this since my papa passed away last week. Shout outs to you, my man. I'm sorry to hear about your loss. I think they said Joe Brady signed a 3-year extension, but I think he can leave. They said, at least the people on the stream said that he can leave for an NFL team at any time. A.J. Terrell should probably definitely return. We couldn't stop Dalvin Cook when he was with FSU. Why do people be coming here and say stuff like we? Like, there's 50 different teams represented in this chat. How are we supposed to know who your team is? What type of adjustments do you think Clemson should have made? I've said it 15 million times, my man. I know people come in here, when they come into a stream that's been going for like 3 hours or whatever, why not they say, have you talked about this yet or something like that? You literally going to come in and ask something that's super generic. You don't think somebody already asked me that in 2 hours and 33 minutes? I think they should have put split safeties back there, man. Brett Bielema? Brett Bielema? Where's Brett Bielema? Y'all know that's my coach. Who made better adjustments, David Randall or Brett Bielema? That's hard. Brett Bielema was there tonight. The fuck? Brett Bielema? You mean Brent Venables? Very confused by that. I'm very confused why you would ask me who made the better adjustments when one team won and the other team didn't. Come on, man. This is the worst. Clark Edwards, hard to tackle, reminds you of J.K. Dobbins. Who's Brett Bielema? You don't know who Brett Bielema is? You crazy. Brett Bielema is one of my all-time favorite coaches. He killed it at Wisconsin. He should have never left. I found your channel after the Texas game talking about Stingley and watched every video since. Love the content. Can't wait for the off-season vids. Appreciate you, Topher. I ain't said nothing about a post-prediction, post-Burrow. It's too early, man. I'm a dude that has to look at rosters. I don't know who's leaving LSU and everything like that. Y'all dudes just be playing around with this shit. This is what I do. I got to see who's leaving. I don't know who's supposed. It's supposed everyone leaves who's popping. That's draft eligible. That makes a big difference. Hated Billin at Wisconsin. That's because he was whooping that ass. I never forget when FSU came and dropped 50 on Clemson at home in a primetime game. That was hard. That was with Jameson them, right? Burrow's getting a 6-year of eligibility. Oh, boy. It reminds me of the running back from North Carolina that went to the Bengals. Can't remember his name. From North Carolina that went to the Bengals. North Carolina. Man, I don't remember that. North Carolina. Giovanni Bernard was a Tar Heel? Man, Giovanni Bernard went to UNC? I don't remember that. That's hard. Giovanni Bernard doesn't have that type of agility. Clyde Edwards-Helaire has freakish agility, start and stop stuff. Giovanni Bernard just seems like kind of a one-cut-and-go runner. Any thoughts on Auburn's new offensive line coach? I don't even know who that is, bro. Have I talked about whether you think ETN should stay for his 4th year? Yeah, I did, man. I think he should leave. He's very good and very lit. Everybody already talks about him. He has a great storyline and everything. I don't see why he would come back for another year, but, hey, stranger things have happened. Who do you think the most pro-ready from these teams? Most pro-ready from these teams of people who are draft eligible, I guess? Man, you would have to go with your boy Grant Delpit. He's definitely pro-ready. He's a step right in and play kind of guy. Jacob Phillips, I think, is very pro-ready. And, of course, Granddaddy Rashard Lawrence, right? He's already looks like he's a 10-year pro anyway. He's looking like Suge Knight out there. On Clemson, Isaiah Simmons. Isaiah Simmons is definitely pro-ready. And T. Higgins. My 2020 channel plans. I'm gonna keep banging this quality content. Ain't nothing gonna change. Somebody asked if he thinks Trevor Lawrence is elite. I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. Lawrence's beard that makes him pro ready. No, it's Lawrence's beard that makes him 40. Oh, Travis Etienne, definitely. I have no idea who King is. What y'all guys be asking me that? Like, I don't know these guys to know where they're going. Everybody else can pretend and fake the funk. That's not what I do. Clemson middle linebacker made a difference toying with Burrow. Once he was ejected, Go got in there with him. So yeah, Skalski messed up real bad, man. He's gonna cry. He's gonna cry in the car. Lars could have went in the first round his freshman year. First round? Remember the NFL execs came out after last year's national championship game and said that if he were pro ready, if the NFL would allow him to go into that last draft, he would have been the number 1 overall pick. I know who King is. You don't understand what I'm saying? I don't know King. I don't know him personally to know where he's going. So why am I going to sit up here and tell you some shit that I don't know? I don't like to guess on stuff or whatever. Of course Skip Bayless is going to say that. That's what he does. You know he's going to do that. He'll find somebody and ride it, and then somebody who's popular or whatever like that, and then he'll make $10 trillion off of it. Skip? We talking about Skip? All right, y'all, man. It's 3 o'clock, man. I gave y'all more than what you bargained for. I should have been probably doing some content. It's going to be a long morning. Your boy going to be super tired, but it is what it is, man. Thank you guys for rocking with your boy. this off season. Thank you to all the super chatters, and thank you to everybody who's a member. Make sure you hit that join button and become a member of the channel. And it is what it is, man. I see you guys on content. I'll be back on some live stream stuff here pretty soon, man. We could talk about prospects for next season a little bit, but I wanted to give this game its flowers with Clemson and LSU. Congratulations to LSU. LSU kicked butt, took names the entire season. It did wonders. It was fun to watch. It was extremely fun to watch, right? For them to bring in some different stuff than they have done. They finally turned the corner with the evolution of his team on offense, and still relatively kept a pretty good defense. You knew the talent was going to be there. I can't wait to see what it does next season. I can't wait to see all these rosters develop, right? To see who's leaving, see who's coming and going, or some of the transfers or whatever like that. And then we can really talk about stuff like that, right? So other than that, man, it's your boy, Murf, the Underground King, top Billin Sports, and I am out. Peace.